and konbanwa, wherever you are in the world. I'm the idol to give you the wings to fly. Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro at your service. How's everyone doing this wonderful exam day? Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, this is going to be fine. This is going to be good. But now that we've started, well, no, we haven't started, but I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I'm just excited to be here, but I'm not the only one to be here. Before we kind of take a second to see how everyone's doing today, I want to introduce someone who is going to be here as well for this one. Can we bring in Professor Shiny Hunter Zach?
Yes. Welcome, students. My name is Professor Shiny Hunter Zach, but you may call me Professor Shiny if you wish.
Okay, if you wish. Professor Shiny. No, like, first name basis here. Just Professor Shiny. Yes, very serious stuff here today. But if you're new to this channel, this is our wonderful mod, and today, our exam proctor. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be pretty cut and dry. I'll talk a little bit about what we're gonna be doing today on stream, and I guess what Professor Shiny's job is gonna be for today. But, again, if you're new here, you probably don't know why we're doing this, but back when I was regularly streaming Persona 5 Royal, I took a midterm exam in the game. There's like a midterm exam portion, and I think I aced it. I think I did really well. If I remember, I like scored really highly in the ranking, the student ranking. And so we were talking about, like, do you think I could actually make it into Shujin Academy? Do you think I could pass, like, a GED exam to this day? So that's sort of where this idea came about. And then I made it a Dono-thon milestone reward, and we hit that milestone. And so now we're here. Woohoo! Yeah. And Shiny's here as our exam proctor. Do you want to talk a little bit about what your job here is today?
Yes, hello, students. So essentially, I'm going to be keeping Rita on task with timing, so she may, of course, get into the weeds with questions. I want to make sure that she stays within the time limit, so I'll be calling out when she has a certain amount of time left. I'll also be grading each portion of the exam as we go along, and then also just catching up with her after the exam, seeing what she thought of it.
Yahoo! Also, you're going to keep an eye out for anyone trying to cheat on the exam, right?
Yes! No, we have a very particularly gifted student with us, but that doesn't mean he needs any additional help. So no cheating in chat, but feel free to take the test along with her and see how you do.
Yeah, maybe I'll post like well, I guess we could go like question by question. I don't have like a link or a public link or anything for the answer sheet. But yeah, oh, also Shiny, I don't know if you have this information off the top of your head. Would you like to shout out the folks who were so kind to allow us to use their exam material for the stream? If you need a second, I can talk a little bit about the exam structure.
No, of course. We were very graciously allowed to use the material from a website called GetSomeMath.com. It's a website that has GED practice tests for each of the 4 subjects that Rita is going to be handling today, as well as some explanations of common problems and things that would appear on each of those sections. So we got permission for them to use, the material on their website as well as the questions from their practice tests. So a big thank you to GetSomeMath.com.
Yahoo! Thank you. And thank you, Shiny, for finding these questions for me from GetSomeMath. Of course. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be 4 sections, I believe. We have 25 minutes, because this is going to be a third of the exam. I was like, oh, maybe people wouldn't want to sit and watch me do an entire exam, but I also don't want to sit through an entire exam. I may be back to school now, but I'm back to school for music, so I'm taking like music theory, not, social studies or anything like that. But yeah, our 4 subjects for today are social studies. We have that for 25 minutes. I think, is it 12 questions? Is that correct? 12 questions, 25
I'll update
minutes?
that. So it's 12 for social studies, and then it'll be math next. That one is 40 minutes. Oh, sorry.
You can keep my timer, whatchamacallit, intervals. I've asked Shiny for specific timer intervals. There will be an on-screen timer if you want to follow along, and Shiny will be calling those out. But yeah, I was like, sometimes I get too focused into the exam. And I feel like they normally do that, right, proctors? But yeah, social studies, 25 minutes. We have 40 minutes for math, 15 minutes for reading language arts. That's the one I'm most nervous about. And then 30 minutes for science to wrap things up. I don't even know how to like start. Like, I don't even know how to start this exam. This is gonna be crazy. Oh gosh. But yeah, anything else you wanted to say, Professor Shiny, before we get this party started?
Best of luck, of course. Eyes on your own paper, as you will. And feel free to ask any clarifying questions as you need them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. So I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock for everyone to turn the timer on my screen. For social studies. Oh my gosh. Do you want to do me like a countdown and I can click start? Wait, do I have to click restart first? Okay, I do. Oh my gosh, I put 35 on accident. Okay, I'm ready.
Pencils at the ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Go. Okay, so. Oh wait, why is this math? Is it math first or is it social studies? Is this
no, this should be social studies.
Oh, this results from an election one? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. It says math, so that's why I was confused. Okay, let's do this. Oh God. Candidate votes, percent of votes. Results from a recent election are shown above. Which statement is supported by this data? Whoa. Okay, let's take a look at the question, or the answers. Smith would have lost if half of Jones's votes went to Williams. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so tough, because I'm gonna have to look at the graph and all the answers. I think I could do that. Hold on. Can I, like, snip this? Can I, like, copy this? Is that allowed? Professor, can I do that?
Yes,
can I snip this? Oh my gosh, perfect. Okay. Or, you know, I could be smart and I could kind of just like skip around and do all the easy ones first. That's also a really important test-taking skill that I've learned. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, it's on my whiteboard. Okay, everyone take a look. Hold on. This is so good. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, now I have to open up the questions too. The answers. Oh my gosh, me when I'm not ready. Oh, this is so crazy. It's okay. I think I'm gonna zoom through some of the other ones, so I'm just gonna let it happen. Okay, let me take a look at the questions here, or the answers. I keep saying questions. It says Smith would have lost if half of Jones. This is so crazy. Was not expecting this. Okay, Smith won more than. Okay, well I guess we could start by getting rid of the answers that aren't applicable. Okay, so Smith won more than half of all total votes. So I guess we should probably calculate the total number of votes. Am I allowed to use a calculator, Professor Shiny? Okay. Smith won more than half of all. I wonder if anyone, like, didn't vote. You know, anyway. No, C is wrong. Smith did not win more than half of all total votes because the percent of votes is 49.8%. So that's obviously less than 50%, so C is wrong. Jones would have won if she received half of Williams' votes. Am I just giving some of the percent? I feel like I'm overthinking this. You know what I mean, Professor Shiny? I feel like I'm expecting this to be way harder. I'm just gonna assume that this is simpler than it actually is, and then if it's wrong, then it's wrong. If she received half of Williams' votes, I'm gonna just go off with the percentage then. Half of Williams' votes is... What's half of 43.45? I mean, I guess I could do the mental math there, but it's like 21%-ish. Jones would have won 21 plus 6. I should probably be writing this down, shouldn't I? No, 21 plus 6... No, Jones wouldn't have won, so it's not C or D. Oh my gosh, am I actually doing this? Does this make sense? Anyway, Smith would have lost if half of Jones's votes went to Williams. Okay, who's Smith? B. Smith would have lost if half of Jones' votes went to Williams. Okay, that's actually a really precise number. So 6.73, I'm pulling up my calculator. I promise I'm not pulling up anything else. You can't see it on screen. Okay. Smith has the 49.82%. Half of Jones's votes, oh, but then I have to it's going to Williams. Right, okay, so 6.73 divided by 2 plus whatever Williams got, 43.45. So Williams would have had a 46.815, so no. Oh, so Smith would not have lost. So it has to be B. B is the only remaining one. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna change my transition to fade so they can be fast. Okay, I'm gonna go with B on this first one. I'm gonna put this in my, oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Okay, here we go. This one also felt like math to you, but it's related to elections, so they placed it under social studies, I guess so.
I wanted to let chat know. I was like, oh, this one felt like math to me as well, but...
I think No,
No.
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in B. Wait, hold on. I didn't read B. I should double check my answers. Do I have time to double check my answers? Williams would have won if she received all of... I think so. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, Williams absolutely would have won. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. I'm gonna lock in on B for this one. All in. Next question. Boom. Oh my gosh, this is exhilarating. Actually kind of fun though, too. Whoever, when the United States is at war, shall willfully make or convey false reports or false statements with the intent... Oh my gosh, there's so much words! With the intent to interfere with the operation or success of the military or naval forces of the United States shall be punished by a fine of not more than $10,000 or imprisonment for not more than 20 years or both. The above is an excerpt from the Espionage Act of 1917, which a historical circumstance led to the need for this act. When the United States is at war, shall willfully make or convey false reports or false statements with the intent to interfere with the operation or success of the military. Okay, let's see the answers. Oh, geez. Not Social Security Act. No, that's definitely not. I also don't know what the Gold Standard Act is either. I'm assuming it has to do with reports or false statements interfere with the operation or success of the military or the naval forces. So if I'm gonna make an educated guess, I'm gonna assume... Hold on. Oh, Espionage Act of 1917. That should also give it away as well. I don't think it's Social Security Act, though. Oh, gosh. What happened with it? But it has to do with... But maybe it's the Golden... Maybe it is the Golden Act. Oh, no, but this is 17. Oh, it's World War I, silly goober that I am. I was thinking of, like, World War II. World War I would make sense. If this was 1917, because, oh, gosh. I feel like 1910s makes sense for the time. I don't know the exact years, but that sounds like the right time for World War I. So it has to do with war, and the year... Yeah. Yes, the year should be correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and put B. Oh my gosh, wait, that's 2 answers in a row that have B. Oh God. I don't know, the other ones don't really make sense. And I don't know what the Gold Standard Act is, so I feel like I should just go with... Oh, I hope I'm not getting my years mixed up. No, because World War II is like 1940s. World War I is 1910s, if I remember correctly. Okay, we'll lock in for that. I know repeated answers make me so nervous. Okay, next one. Third. What message does this poster from 1942? Oh, okay, so we were just talking about, that's like World War II sort of like time period. United we win, we gotta work together. Okay, oh geez. Joining the workforce will lift us out of the Great Depression? No. Again, I think it's World War II. But Great Depression was like 20s, right? That might be totally wrong, oh God. America's economic strength relies on supporting the steel industry. I can see that, but I feel like it's war. It's a war poster. Because it says we win, so that would make sense. Buying domestic goods will elevate America's standing worldwide? No. American production is essential to supporting the war effort. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna lock in with D. Yep. I was worried about nothing. Just kidding. Wait. No, my hubris. Okay. But yeah, no, I think so. Because they're building something and United we win. That I'm assuming they're talking about a war in 1942 that would coincide with World War II. Cool. Which of these is the best example of propaganda? Okay, let's take a look, see here. Oh gosh, hold on, this text is so small. I'm gonna move my OBS window. Let's take a look, see here. A radio interview with a member of a socialist party explaining the party's principles. A newspaper article quote from a governor who supports more funding for school districts. A news interview with a senator asserting that his opponent supports terrorism. A publication from a political group asking readers for financial support. Ooh. Interesting. I don't think it is. Then this is good though too, because now I can check myself and my understanding of this very like popular word. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be A, because if they're just talking about what they like, what their principles are, I don't think that's necessarily like propaganda, I guess, because if they're just explaining like this is what our party stands for, I don't think that's propaganda. A newspaper article quote from a governor who supports more funding for school districts. A newspaper article quote. No, I don't think so. I also don't think a publication from a political group asking readers for financial support. I also don't think that's propaganda either. Maybe my understanding of, because don't like a lot of like campaigns. Wait, no, that should be fine because I've seen a lot of that. That doesn't mean it's correct just because I see it a lot. But like, isn't that a thing where it's like support our party, donate so that we can like continue to be on the campaign trail? I'm gonna assume it's C. That also makes me feel better though because we haven't had C as an answer yet. I'm gonna say C because this one is also like talking about the other person rather than like talking about themselves or their own party. Being like, oh, pointing out this thing that I don't like about the other person. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I was hoping they would give us like visual examples. I feel like that's easier for me. Okay, I'm gonna lock in with C. All right. Okay, continuing on. I'm getting nervous. Wait, Professor Shiny, is it like every question gets even harder or is it like randomized?
First of all, 15 minutes. There are 15 minutes left, and it is a random assortment of difficulties.
We're not even halfway through the questions. Okay, let me lock in then, because I'm not even like halfway through. We need to speed up. Okay, global warming has effects on the environment and ecosystems. It leads to both increased drought and reduced sea ice, which can then flood coastal cities. Which graph shows the relationship discussed? Okay, sure. Let me go back. Increase in the environment. Okay. Increased drought and so temperature go up, sea ice go down. Oh geez. Okay, reduce sea ice go down, flooding goes up. Hold on, we're looking at droughts and sea ice and then either droughts or storms. Okay. Sea ice go down, I'm assuming because ice melt. Yeah, sea ice go down. Flooding, I'm assuming they mean storm. So A and B is out. Sea ice go down, storm go up. So D. No. C. Oh my gosh. Ah! Me when I don't look closely enough. Sea ice go down. Storms go up, which I'm assuming is floods. So I'm gonna go with C. Oh my gosh, another repeated answer. Ah! Okay, let's speed up. Oh my gosh. Continue. I'm too content creator pilled right now. I'm like talking too much. Okay. Answer C. Yep. We're gonna go with that. The above is a description of the Brown v. Board of Education court ruling. Oh yeah, I know this one. This is no more segregation in schools. Which historical circumstances this court case directly impact? Oh, I don't need to read this. I know this one. Hold on. Which historical circumstance did this court case impact? Okay. The civil rights movement. Yeah, it has to be. The other ones don't make too much sense. So 6A. Boom. Okay, we're halfway through. Okay, let me make sure I have this right. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Separating children in public schools on the basis of race was unconstitutional. Perfect. Okay, yeah. So that has to be the civil rights movement. Perfect. Yes. Continuing on. Social studies. Which of the following describes the effect of this subsidy? What are we subsidizing? Company manufactures solar cells. Okay. One byproduct of this process is the creation of hazardous heavy metals. Okay. Government has awarded this company a subsidy to capture these heavy metals. So, okay. Do not contaminate the surrounding environment. So the subsidy is to help stop pollution while also keeping prices competitive with a similar company based overseas. Okay. I don't know if it'll outperform its competitor. The company will take over all domestic solar cell manufacturing. No. The manufacturing process will be utilized for government contracted needs. The manufacturing process will be more environmentally friendly. No, I don't think it's that. Hold on. Okay. Manufactures solar cells which absorb light to store electrical charge. Okay, so the process creates heavy metals, and the government said you've got to capture them so you don't contaminate the environment. So they can also... Okay, so they don't have to increase their prices, essentially. Okay, sure. So they don't have to... Okay, gotcha. You mean, like, outperform as in, like... Okay. I don't think it's gonna be B. I don't think it's gonna take over all domestic solar cell manufacturing. The manufacturing process will be utilized for government... I don't think that's it either. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily more environmentally friendly. Because they're just... I mean, I don't think the process itself is gonna... reduce the number of output, like particles. I'm just gonna go with A. I'm assuming they're talking about its overseas competitor. And if their prices are, you know, the same or competitive to it because they don't have to spend as much, or they're being subsidized so that their prices will stay competitive, I think it should be A. I hope so. Okay, I think that was question 7. Is that correct? Professor Shiny, I just realized the questions don't have numbers on them, so.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe that one was 7.
Thank you very much. Let's keep going. Oh God, I'm scared. The above excerpt was from Federalist. Hey, okay. Maybe I know this one. Okay, anyone watch Hamilton? The above excerpt is from Federalist number 10, written by James Madison. Okay, powers delegated by the
Apologies, that was
proposed...
6, by the way. This one you're on now is 7.
Oh God. I hope I put my answers in correctly. We'll go back and check. Oh geez, hold on. Okay. The one outperforming the competitors is 6. You're right. Is that correct? Okay, let me go back and double check. Okay, and then I remember this one was civil rights movement, which is 5. This is 5. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. So this one about Board v. Brown is 5. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh geez. Okay, and then this one was definitely C. So this is 4. Okay, let's keep going. Oh God. Oh geez. Okay, I need to speed up. Oh geez. Oh boy. Okay. Powers delegated by the proposed constitution to the federal government are few and defined. Those of which are to remain in the state governments are numerous and
you have
indefinite.
10 minutes left.
Okay. Ah! Okay. Okay. To the federal government, defined. Oh, okay. So, okay. Sure. More state power, I'm assuming, is what it's saying, rather than the federal government. Okay. Which idea about government powers is stated in this excerpt? Okay. Oh, they protect the sovereignty of states. Okay, yeah. Because they were saying the federal government doesn't have as much power as the states do, is what Federalist number 10 is saying. This is question 7, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we're gonna go with A. I'm having to read through this so fast. Okay, that's cool. I think that's it. Okay, which statement describes a relationship explained in this paragraph? One hack that I do is I like to look at the answers first so that when I go into the reading of the thing, I know what I'm looking for when I'm reading it. Okay, so it's sort of like it's one of those like, okay, graph sort of things. Okay, relationship explained in this paragraphs. So what are the options? Solar panel, prices, demand. Okay, gotcha. Solar panels are more affordable than ever. As an incentive to homeowners, the U.S. government offers a solar tax credit. This allows homeowners to recoup up to 30% of the cost of installing solar panels. Okay, many solar companies also offer up to $2,000 cash rebate for making the switch to solar. On average, solar panel prices have dropped 15% as demand has risen 10%. Okay, cool. Solar tax credits have decreased and cash rebates have increased. No. I don't think that's like a relationship. I think both just happen to happen. Because it'd be something like, oh, because the prices have decreased, demand has increased or something like that. It should be. Yeah, solar panel prices have decreased and demand has increased. That would make sense to me, because if they're cheaper, people will want them more. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. We gotta zoom through. We can go back and check our answers later. Oh gosh. Yeah, that would make sense. Ooh, okay. I don't have time to check my answers. Well, no, hold on. Cash rebates after... No, I think that would make sense. Supply and demand and all that good stuff. Okay, this excerpt is from a speech in 1961 by President John F. Kennedy. We are confronted primarily with a moral issue. It is as old as scriptures and as clear as the American Constitution. The events in Birmingham and elsewhere have so increased this cries for equality that no city or state or legislative body can prudently ignore them. Let me look at the answers real quickly. Based on the excerpt from Kennedy's speech, how did historical circumstances shape his point of view? Ooh, wait, what is this? 1961. What events was JFK? What world events was he involved with? Okay, but Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, that would make sense. We are confronted primarily with a moral issue. It is as old as the scriptures and as clear as the American Constitution. The events in Birmingham also have been so increased the cries for equality. That would make sense. Okay, then no city of... Okay, cool. We're talking about equality. Maybe civil rights movement? Increased pressure to demand legal protection. Cold War made him want to... No, that wouldn't be it. Support for expanded integration from southern states motivated him. No. I feel like maybe it's probably A. Yeah. Just going off of, like... increased cries for equality, Birmingham, Alabama. That would make the most sense to me. Civil rights movement. Because I don't think it's Cold War. I don't think it's... expanded integration from southern states. And then it doesn't seem like war. So this is question number 9, is that correct?
No,
put
this
A.
is 10.
Ah! I didn't put my answer in for the other one. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Thank you, Professor Shiny. This is so crazy. Okay, I think this one was C. Oh yeah, because I had another repeat answer. Because 8 was also, I think I put down as C. No. Is this one 8? The one with the sovereignty of the states? Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Look.
Okay, cool. This is cuckoo crazy.
Power delegated by the proposed constitution is 8.
Okay, so this one should be A. 8 is A. Oh gosh, I'm going back and double checking my answers again.
Solar cells is 7.
Okay, solar cells is 7. Yeah, so it's A. Then 8 is... Okay, then 8 is A. And then 9... Wait, what? Hold on. Am I... Wait. Oh, wait, are we... Huh? There's multiple solar cells questions. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. Well, there's what about solar cells and what about solar panels?
Oop. Okay, we'll go back. Which one am I looking at right now? Which conclusion is supported by the information in this timeline? Okay, let's just finish what we have so far and I'll go back. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one. I'll be right back. What is an assumption behind the U.S. Constitution that is not one behind the Articles of Confederation? Oh, the Articles of Confederation 1777 established a league of friendship for the 13 sovereign and independent states. Each state retained significant power, while the central government did not have the power to tax. Okay, after much debate, the articles were revised into the new U.S. Constitution, which granted much more power to the federal or central government. The ability to tax and regulate trade now fell under the authority of the federal government. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what's... Okay. Granted much more power to the federal or central government in the U.S. Constitution.
You have 4 minutes left.
Thank you much. Okay, the ability to tax are okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Power should be given to the federal government. I'm assuming... Okay, let's see. U.S. Constitution. It says granted much more power to the federal government. But I feel like that's too... Power should be given to the federal government, is what it's saying. That the U.S. Constitution has that assumption that the Articles of Confederation don't. Yeah, because the central government didn't have the power to tax. So let's do... Let's just do C. At this point, let's just do C. I'm running out of time. I need to put something down. Okay, let me go back. Oh, jeez. Okay. Lincoln increases the size of the Army and the Navy. Lincoln delivers a State of Union address. Lincoln vetoes a Reconstruction bill. Lincoln submits the 13th Amendment to the states to be ratified. Maybe it's something about the... Okay. Oh, jeez. Lincoln used his power as a commander-in-chief to increase the size of the military 1861. Okay, but that doesn't have to do with the timeline, necessarily. I guess. Sure. 1862 utilizes special executive privilege to deliver a speech. I don't think so. 1864 Lincoln violated his power by vetoing a bill. Lincoln abused his power by submitting a bill for ratification. Oh gosh, I actually don't know. Oh, I should just guess. Because I need to go check the other one. Oh, this is... Actually, I was also nervous about social studies. Oh gosh. Huh? By the information in this timeline. Oh, okay, I misunderstood the question. Okay. Maybe. Why would you utilize executive privilege to well, why do you need executive privilege to deliver a speech? I'm confused what executive privilege means. Lincoln violated his power by vetoing. I think that he can veto a bill, no? Lincoln abused his power by submitting a bill for... Can't he do that? I don't know. Is he allowed to increase the size of the military? This is 1861, though. I'm just gonna say...
For D, it should be the 1865 date, not 1861.
Sure. I don't think that has to do... I'm just gonna put something down. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna go ahead and just put A. Oh, but that's a lot of A's. I haven't used B or D in a while. Maybe Shiny told me that because that's the answer. Just kidding. Oh. To be ratified. I don't even know. I'm gonna just guess A. This is gonna be my wrong answer. My freebie wrong answer. And thank you, Carl, for the cheering on. Okay, I'm gonna check that one answer. I feel like I'm too frazzled right now to actually think about the answers properly. Okay, so which one is the tax rebates one again? What number is this one?
Tax rebate.
This one should be C, yeah. Is this one 9?
Let's see. Yes, the solar panels one where it says 15% and 10%, that should be 9.
Okay, and then the powers delegated is 8, which it puts as A. Okay, I'm just double checking my answers now. And then okay, that should be 8. Oh my gosh, I haven't used BRD in a while. But I honestly don't think, I think I'm too frazzled to answer this last question. We need to do like a 5-minute break after this. This is crazy.
30 seconds remaining.
Thank you, 30 seconds. Oh, jeez, this is so rough. I want Professor Shiny's initial thoughts. So after this, while I take my break, this is crazy. I feel like this is also one that I was really nervous about because I feel like I don't remember too much of like government and like, I can hear the ticking. It's okay. We're just gonna let it happen. 5, 4. Yeah, I don't think 3, I can.
1. Pencils down for this section. Thank you.
Pencils down. Pencils down. Woo! What did you guys think, Archangels? You noted your answers here and you're not confident. Honestly, like in the first half, I was like, oh, we got this. And then as time went on, I don't know if it was because my brain started getting tired, but I was like, wait, I'm like not processing any of these anymore. Crazy. Imagine during the SATs, the students just stops and says, hold on, I gotta thank my chat. Oh gosh. Shiny, what did you think? How did you, without like telling me how many I got wrong or right, what are your like initial thoughts on how?
Well, the funniest part for me was definitely the sea ice one, because you were like, okay, sea ice goes up, droughts go down, droughts go up, sea ice goes down. I was just trying to follow your logic, but it's a good mix, I think, of like, okay, you get to know the general timeline of history.
Okay.
And then there are some that are like, okay, you're almost like reading language arts, where you're extrapolating from the paragraph, which was interesting.
I was most concerned about like, because I feel like I don't know, like I have a hard time remembering like acts and like, you know, like the Bill of Rights or whatever, you know, or like years even. Specific years, I was like nervous it was gonna be very specific, but I feel like general like time periods, I feel like I understand okay. But it was interesting seeing economics like related question, like supply and demand or like relationships between things like that. So that was really interesting, for sure. Woo!
Well, and I think your headspace was right too, with like, okay, 1917, what happened around that time? Like, okay, we can eliminate some of these because that didn't happen around 1917. That sort of thing, I think, works well on a test like this one.
I feel like it's easier for me to have a year than a president. Because I feel like it's easier for me, like, okay, 1970 or whatever, I can remember what happens during the year, but the presidents, it's like, oh gosh, I forgot the years that they were like active.
Right.
And then like trying to remember.
Wrong, you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, so that was a little confusing, but I feel like I had an okay sense of like, this seems like completely unreasonable versus, oh, this could potentially be the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your logic, you did a good job of like, okay, I know that one's not right. I'm going to jump right off that one and just focus on the maybe 2 or 3 that I do think have a shot of being the answer.
Right, and I don't think I got it perfect, which is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I also didn't study for this, you guys. I didn't study for this. So I think I'm proud of how much I was able to do, I think is my takeaway from that. And that's all that matters. It's all about keeping positive, right? Oh, and then the laugh. Oh, gosh. All right. I think it's no more dilly-dallying, I think. I think it's time to jump into math, you guys. Oh, geez. This one I'm really going to need the whiteboard, I think. I'm going to go ahead and change my setup here, because I'm going to have the questions. Let me, like, pop out my OBS window so I can actually see the questions better. How do I do this? Open, preview. No. Enable preview. How do I pop it out? Oh, geez. Oh, this is so silly. Oh, maybe I can just drag it. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to do it. Or maybe like this. Ooh. Oh, you know what? It's okay. We're not gonna worry about it too much. I'll just move my chat around. I will say also, it's a very weird experience taking an exam with a bunch of people like watching me take it and then have like this sort of like expectations that I need to like talk my thinking out loud. I will say that does take a lot of time. Because it's more interesting, right, than if I were to just like mumble to myself.
Just getting to hear the internal monologue said out loud.
My Deku mumbling. I don't have a TI-80 ready. No, I don't have any sort of scientific calculator or mathematical. Well, I have like my phone calculator. I told that to Shiny that I don't have a special calculator like that. So I'm only allowed my calculator, my regular phone calculator. But yeah. How much time do we have for this one, Shiny?
This one is 40 minutes, and it's 15 questions.
Oh my gosh. Next up, we have math. 40 questions. 15. Whoa, 40 questions would be crazy.
40 questions. Whoa.
15 questions.
Glutton for punishment.
40. Oh gosh, please. I would die. Okay, here we go. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. And boom. What are the coordinate pairs for the points on this coordinate grid? Oh my gosh, wait, I love this! Okay, hold on, this is great. I love math. Okay, okay, let me change my pencil color to black. So we have the blue. I'm assuming we have to do like blue, red, and green. Oh my gosh! Okay, the blue one, this is so easy. This is 2, 3. You can't see my whiteboard yet, but it's okay. I don't think you need to, I need to watch the questions as they happen. The other one is, okay, because it's X first. Yeah, so 2, 3, and then -2, 0. And then 1, -2. So now we just gotta find the one that has those 3. Okay. Which one has 2, 3 in it? It's not the first one because that one has 3, 2. It's not C either because it has 3, 2. I think it might be B because it has, let's say, -2, 0, 1, -2, 2, 3. Yep, that looks correct to me. I mean, we can check the other one too, just in case. What was it? D is the other one we need to check. -2, 0, 1. Oh, yeah. They don't have the -2 with a 1. Okay, perfect. Yahoo! First question in the bag. What is the area of the shape above? Oh, boy. Oh, what we can do like a square and a triangle. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me draw it on my Canva real quickly. And then my canvas, my whiteboard. Oh, can I erase this faster? I'm gonna switch over. But I need to write down this question first. So it's, what, let's see, because we have like a... We have the right angle here. It's 6, 12, and then 8 on that side. 8, 7. Let's switch over to the whiteboard so I can show you guys. My thinking is maybe I'll go like this, like split that up, and then calculate the area of this square, which is 8 by 6, and then add, which should be divided by 2. So, what's the difference between 12 and 8? That's 4 times 7. No. Oh, wait. Base times height divided by 2. Yeah, it should be base times height divided by 2, isn't it? Don't answer that question. Well, the base is 6 times the height, which is the difference between 12 and 8, which is 4 divided by 2. That's 7. Might be a red herring. So I'm going to take my calculator out to calculate the area of the square. 8 times 6 is 48 plus 6. I hope I'm doing my mental math correct. 6 times 4 is 24 divided by 12. It should be 12. I hope I'm doing my mental math correctly. 12 plus 48. If this isn't one of the answers, I'm gonna cry. Is 60. Should be 60. Let's take a look-see here. Boom. Area of the shape is 60. Yeah! It's an answer choice. Yo! Oh, good. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Continuing on. Solve the inequality? Excuse me? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So let me write this out on my whiteboard. I was like, what in the world is an inequality? But it's almost like an expression or equation. Okay, so 6 minus 1/3 x greater than or equal to 5 over 3. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard now that I have it written down. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, what are we gonna do first? So 1/3 x, which is like x over 3. If we can get everything be over 3, then we can multiply it by 3, and that should, like, yeah. Okay, so make things easier. So what is 6 over 3? So 6 over 1, technically, multiplied by 3. I'm not gonna... It should be 18, but I'm not gonna risk it with the mental math. Yeah, okay, so this is technically 18 over 3 minus 1 over 3 x 5 over 3. But since if we multiply everything, both sides... Yeah, if we multiply both sides by... whatchamacallit? by 3, it should be... Hold on, let me keep that. I'm nervous that I'm gonna accidentally... Yeah, so it should be 18 minus x is greater than or equal to 5. So what we can do is... Because we're gonna eventually... It's negative x, so we're gonna have to flip the signs on that one. So maybe negative 18. Negative 18. What is 5 minus 18? Negative 13. So negative x is greater than or equal to negative... Wait, hold on. It should be 5 minus 18. Yeah, okay. Negative 13. So if you flip the signs, it should be x is greater than or equal to 13. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it's an answer choice. Okay, x is greater than or equal to 13. Oh my gosh, it's an answer choice. Ah! Oh my gosh, I might be a smart cookie. Okay, continuing on. Oh, what in the world? Okay, I'm gonna erase my whiteboard again while we read this. Okay, function vx, okay, is equal to 1.22. Oh, well, okay, models the number of views on a video x days after posted. Speaking of which, share and like the video. Make sure to give it a hype, okay? So we can get that x, we can get that number of views increase. You see, we're doing math here. Anyway, how many views does this video have 5 days after it's posted? So we need to plug in 5 as x. Okay. All right, guys, let's calculate the number of views we're gonna get on this video. I hope it's a lot. Okay, let me write down this equation. X is equal to... Oh, gosh. I haven't had to do math like this in so long. Okay. Oh, geez. Math. So X is equal to 5 is what we're looking for. X is equal to 5. Okay, so then it's going to be 1.2. 2 times 5 to the power of 2 plus 5, plus 10. So this number inside, if we were to simplify it down... Oh my gosh, what is PEMDAS? It's like... Because I'm like, do I multiply it out first or do the exponent? But according to PEMDAS, I should do the exponent first. So 5 to the power of 5. It says 5 times 5 because it's 5. That's how powers work, right? Oh gosh, don't answer that question. I'm assuming so. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 2 is 50. 50 plus 5 times 5 is 25 plus 10. So that should be 75, 85 times 1.2. Oh, hopefully we have more views than that. Maybe did I do this wrong? Maybe it's like certain thousands of views. 102? Oh gosh. Are we sure that's it? Is 102 even? I think I did this wrong. No, that's a... Hopefully we have more than 102 views on this video. Okay, let's put that in. That's question number 4, right? Professor Shiny? It should be A.
Yes, that's correct. This is question number 4.
I love math. I love math. Math is just... It never changes. Well, I'm sure it does, but... Anyway. Pina made an error while solving the above equation. Oh my gosh, Pina, what are you doing? Wait, I have to find it? I have to find the error? Oh gosh, not error detection. Oh jeez. Oh gosh, error detection. Oh, it's okay. We can do this. Okay, erase. Okay, the equation is 5x plus 4. So you all won't get to see my whiteboarding for this one because I want to see the question at the same time. Okay, so let's see if... Okay, so 5x plus 20. Yeah, that's correct. Wait. Okay, yeah, because we add the x's together, so 2x plus 6. So that's step 1 looks good. Step 2. What is she doing? She's subtracting. She should subtract 2 from each side. Because, yes, she added 2 on the left, but subtracted 2 on the right. So, wait, hold on. No, sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Wait, am I? No, because she's moving it over. Wait, no, now I'm confused. Oh, God. Because what did I do earlier with the inequalities? But no, with that one, it should be like, yeah. You do the same thing to the other sides to have. Because what I was doing with like the everything over 3, that's correct. But now I'm like, it should be -2. -2 from the right, and you're moving it over to the left. But they did say that she made an error. So let me see what else. Let me see what else is happening. That's my first guess, but let me see what else they're doing. But don't you need to do the same thing on both sides, though? Like, isn't it like you take 2 off of each side rather than -2 and then +1? Is what I'm thinking. Plus 20 minus... Interesting. Minus... If you minus... Yeah, because, see, in step 2, she took 20 off of each side, so I'm wondering which is the mistake. I mean, earlier with the inequalities, I did on both sides. Oh, now I'm confused. Let's take a look-see here. The math is mathing. Oof. They only say the step number. Because it's either going to be step 2 or 3. Or... Yeah. Oh, jeez. I feel like it'd be minus... You do the same thing to both sides. It should be, no? I feel like it should be doing the same thing to both sides. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my gut. I think it should be doing the same thing to both sides. So, -2 should be 3x, not 7x. I'm gonna go ahead and say step 2 is wrong. Because it needs to be 4x. I'm gonna go ahead and put B for that one. This is a question of 5, is that correct, Shiny? Okay, I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that one so we can come back just in case.
Yes, the PINA question is question 5.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, I see someone got bonked by Professor Shiny. No cheating, guys. No cheating. Okay, here we go. A trail runner. Okay, let me go ahead and clear my work paper. Let's see here. A trail runner ran 8,000 feet at a rate of, oh gosh, 8x feet per hour. Then they ran an additional 12,000 feet as, oh, I'm assuming we're gonna have to write the equation. So 8,000 feet at a rate of, okay, hold on. Okay, x feet per hour. Then I ran an additional 12,000 feet at a rate of 6 less than twice the first rate. Which expression shows how many hours the trail runner ran? Okay. Cool. So it's like something plus another. Okay. 8,000 feet at a rate of x feet an hour. Oh, geez. Okay. Let me look at the equations, how this is like set up. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, because if it's like x feet per hour, and then 8,000... Oh, no, it should be 1 divided by x, and so that would end up being 8,000x. Yeah. At least I think. I'm gonna hope so! I'm gonna hope so! Yeah. Yeah, so 8,000 divided by x, that's correct. And then we need to find plus, because additional, 12,000 feet at a rate of 6 less than twice. Okay, so twice the first rate is 2x, right? 6 less than half. So, oh gosh. 6 less than twice the rate. So 2x, and then maybe like this, 12,000. Let me see if that's one of the answers. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Yeah. Because the rate should go underneath. 2x, wait. Oh, but it's the first, no. Well, let me see. No, I feel like maybe then the, oh. My answer's there. It's there. I'm gonna trust myself. I'm gonna trust and believe. I trust and believe myself. That's gonna be C. Maybe we can come back to that one too. That's cuckoo crazy. All right, let's keep going. We're not gonna freak out too much about that one. Raya has N points in an online game. Harima has 3 more points than Raya. Okay, hold on. Let me clear my whiteboard. La. Okay, Raya has N. Harima has N plus 3. Okay, and then Raya has N. Perfect. What is these questions? Senna has 2 fewer points than Raya. Shani, did you change anything with these questions?
Maybe.
Just the names. Okay, Senna has 2 fewer points than Raya, so R minus 2. Which expression represents the ratio of Sarah's points to Harima's? Sarah to Harima. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard, everybody. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. That's the information I've gleaned from this question. Maybe we can do an example. We can do an example and then we can simplify the ratio as needed. So, like, let's say n is 1, I guess. So that would be Rhea would... Oh, I accidentally switched to my eraser. So if n was 1, then Harima would be 4. And then Sera would be... Oh, maybe we should do... Maybe n should be a number bigger than... At least 2. Let's go with 3. We don't want to give Sera negative points. That's so sad. Okay. So if Rhea had 3, then there would be 6. So Sera would have 1 point. So 1 to 6, a ratio of 1 to 6. Okay, let's take a look-see. All right. Oh, poopy. Okay. Uh-oh. Huh? Okay. So that's how it is. Oh, okay, so... Okay. So we need to put this in terms of... Okay. We need to do it like this, then. I thought we were giving an actual ratio, but... Oopsie daisy, that's not my eraser. La. Okay, so if we plug in to... Okay, let's... Because we need to get the S equation in terms of n. Because Rhea's points is expressed by n. So R is equal... Huh? Oh, wait, no, it's... Oh, I messed up. It shouldn't be R minus 2, is it? Or is it H minus 2? No, it should be 2 fewer points than Rhea. Rhea has n points in an online game. Harima has 3 more points than Rhea. Sera has 2 fewer points than Rhea, which should be... Oopsie daisy. Which should be n. Right? Yeah, so Sera is equal to R minus 2. It represents the ratio of Sera's points to Harima's. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I guess we... Okay, so I guess we can create... Hold on. Oh, geez. Oh, this is tough. Let me come back to this one. I'm actually kind of confused. No, because... In relation to Harima's? And we are using n. Sera's points in relation to Harima's. In relation? What do you mean by that? The ratio of... Oh, because it should be like... Okay, so it's just in... It should be n minus 2 divided by n plus 3, no? That first one? I'm just gonna go with A. I'm a little confused, because usually I usually use the colon, but I'm assuming they mean like fractional. Okay, let's just go with that, because that has the equations, because R should be n minus 2, 3 plus, or n plus 3, 3 plus n, same difference, right? Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, a company charges a one-time fee of $115 for a moving truck, but they also charge I'm assuming they're gonna see which one's like least expensive or whatever. You budget $235 for moving expenses, excluding gas, but it's the greatest number of miles you can drive without spending more than $235. Okay, so let me write that down. Okay, first we have the one-time fee of $115. But they also charge per mile, which is 0.80x per mile over 20 miles. So I'm assuming, okay, that it's okay. Yeah. So you get 20 miles for free. Am I calculating? Okay, cool. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I'm misunderstanding. It's, you get the 115 no matter what. Yeah, so that should be in addition to the, okay. I thought it was 2 different fees. I was like, why don't you just go with a one-time fee? You can drive however long you want. Gotcha. Over 20 miles. So let's subtract, oh, yeah, so we would need to subtract 20 miles from that as well, because we need to calculate the greatest number of miles I can drive without spending more than $235. Alrighty then. Okay. one-time fee. Let me write this down so we can move to the whiteboard. And then it's 0.80x over 20 miles. And the budget is... Oh boy, the budget is 235. Okay, let's go back. Oh gosh, I hope we're doing okay on time. Oh geez. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard. Okay, so really our budget is gonna be 235. I guess our variable budget is gonna be, because we're gonna spend $115 either way. So 235 minus 115. So we're gonna use this rate, the 0.80x, with the 120 remaining budget. Yeah. And then whatever the sort of product with the 120 remaining in the 0.0x, we add 20 miles to that. So, okay, all right. That's... Ah! Sorry, that scared me! Oh, okay, that's halfway. Okay, we're good, we're making good time. Oh, geez. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream in your face. Yeah, I guess we could just, like, not divide, but point... Okay, x, so then 120. We can just solve for x, 80x. 80x, and then 120, right? So that would just be... Oh gosh, decimals. Decimals instead of fractions, grr! And then we need to add 20 miles to that. Yeah, plus 20 miles. Okay, oh geez. We're multiplying by a decimal, so if we divide each side by 80... 0.80, sorry. That should be what it is. And I'm gonna have my calculator do that. 120 divided by 0.80 is 150. That makes sense. That would make sense, yeah. Since it's cheaper than $1 per mile, it would make sense that you have more miles than you do dollars. So 150 miles plus 20 is 170. So let's see if 170 miles is one of the answer choices. Fingers crossed. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you, please, please. Yes, it's an answer choice. Okay, let's go with D. Okay, perfect. Oh, I'm sweating. This is crazy. Okay. The equation of... okay, this sounds exciting. I don't know if I'm gonna be any good at it, but let's take a look, see here. La la la, la la la. Okay. Equation of a line that passes through... Oh, do I remember how to do this? Maybe I could just... Honestly, well, look. 6x is... Okay, well, no, it should be a negative. No. Yeah, it should be. Because if it's going from a positive y to a negative y, it should be like a negative line. But I want to go ahead and just draw this one out. Because I know there's like an equation or something for it, but I don't know. Truth be told, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just gonna like calculate it basis of using triangle maths. Okay, -2, 4. Okay, 1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You all can't see it yet, but I'm just writing it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. Okay, let's switch to the whiteboard. Let's go. Yes, we're gonna be counting. So yeah, oh yeah, okay, because it's the differences between the x and the differences between the y, and then you divide it by 2. That's how you figure out the equations again. So, see, it's a triangle here, and then you could just do length times height divided by 2, see? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, that was an eraser. That's crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I'm remembering the equations now. Okay, so 6 times 4, 6 times 2 is 12, 24, 24 divided by 2 is 12 anyway, so... that's the length, so it should be 12x, and then where does it pass? Negative 12x, sorry. Where does it pass through? 1, 2, 3, plus 3. Negative 12x plus 3. Please be an answer choice. Please be an answer choice. Please be an answer choice. Oh, wait, do we need to simplify this? No, that's not an answer. Oh, no. I see what I did wrong. I see. Okay, never mind. Let's go back. It should be, though. Equation of a line that passes through the points, -2, 4. Yeah. Oh, because that's not the actual, like, that's not the simplified rate, I guess. Okay. So it's negative something, and then it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 plus 3. So let me take a look-see here. let me look at the answers again. Okay. It's not gonna be... Oh, it should be A, because it has the plus 3, though. Negative 0.5x. Negative 1 over 2x. Negative 1 over 2x. Am I thinking of this right? No, that would make sense. Because you're going down... Every time you go down 1, you go over 2. Am I thinking about that right? Well, let's plug it in. Let's see if it's correct. Let's check my answer. I'm going to assume that it's negative 0.5x plus 3. So let's plug in like 0 or something. That's the... Well, no, that's the origin. Obviously, it's going to be 3. Let's just plug in 1. Sure. No, that's hard because that's like a halfway point. So it's kind of hard to tell from my graph. I mean, I guess we can plug in like or y is equal to 0. No. Because then that would just, because we already have that point, so it doesn't even make sense. Let's do 3? X2. I feel like it should be that, though. I can't really tell from my graph is kind of not pretty. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to redraw my graph. I'm going to go with that one for now and then put an extra. I forget when it's like fractional versus like an actual number, but this is the only one that has 3 as the origin. Because plus 3 means that at the origin, when x is equal to 0, it'll be 3 above. So it has to be A. Like, it has to be A. This is question 9, correct, Professor Shiny? I'll come back to that one anyway.
This would be question 9, correct.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, it has to be A because of the origin. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let this one bother me. I'll come back to it if I need to. But that one I feel pretty confident in. La 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 la. I'm also really nervous about reading language arts. I think any of the reading ones. Which ordered pair should be removed so this graph represents a function? Ooh, I don't know. This could be like the green, purple, and black could be like some sort of like exponential, logarithmic sort of dealio. But one ordered pair? Only one ordered pair. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Oh, it has to be either red or green because you can't have two values for the same x. So I was like trying to like, yeah, that's what it's asking. I was like, what? This shape, I don't know. So yeah, either 2, -3 has to go, which is the red one, or sorry, 2, 3 has to go, which is the red one, or it's 2, 1 has to go. So that way it can be a function. 2, 3, yep, there it is. C, let's do that. Perfect. Continuing on. A spherically shaped asteroid has a diameter. Oh no, not a sphere. Oh, geez. I don't know. Oh, equation of a sphere. Okay, let's write this down. Diameter is 48 miles. Okay, my music is gone. Just kidding. It should repeat soon. Oh, geez. I can't have 2 subjects after this. To the nearest square mile, what is the surface area? Oh, I don't know. Surface area of a sphere? You're joking. Surface area of a sphere. And the diameter is 48 miles. So I know what measurement of the sphere is. Oh, I feel like there's gonna have to be like a... I feel like pi r squared is something. I feel like pi r squared... Maybe then it's pi r cubed? You think? But that's not surface area. That would be like volume. Surface area? Okay, we're gonna have to come back to this one. Whoopsie daisy! IDK, I don't know. I don't remember the equation for the surface area of a sphere. We'll come back to that one and reason one out. We'll reason it out there later. Okay, that's question 11. I put IDK on that one. Starting retirement account. You are invested in the above portfolio. Cool. You have invested 2,528 invested in stocks. To how much do you have invested in this account in total? They couldn't have given me cash. They couldn't have given me an easy percentage. Okay, we'll come back to that difficult one. Surface area of a sphere is crazy. Okay, hold on. Oopsie. Trying to get my whiteboard set up for you guys. Why is my eraser not working? There we go. Okay, so stocks, 43% of it is $2,528. Rounded. Ooh, I hope that answer choices are... Let's see. Honestly, they're far enough apart that we could probably guesstimate it. If this is 43%, if we add 2, shouldn't that give us 86%? Then we can kind of guess. Oh, no. I mean, I guess we could do this the right way. Yeah, because this is a decimal. It'd be 0.43 is... whatchamacallit. Or I guess 43 out of 100. Right, 43 out of 100 is 2,528. Honestly, if we can find like, okay, hold on. My brain just short-circuited. Hold on.
10 minutes.
Sorry.
10
Oh my
minutes
gosh.
remaining.
Okay, let me do my quick one before I have to use more of my brain power. If I just multiply it by 2, 86% is... Okay, this might be the most roundabout way to do this. Okay, hold on. 2528. I might not be book smart, but I can be street smart if I need to be. And this is my street smart way of doing it. Okay, 5,005. Okay, hold on. It would make sense to me that 86% is 5,056. So, what's the remaining percentage? This is so silly. I should just solve for... Oh gosh. This is so silly of me. There's a much easier way to do this. Because like, okay. Let's assume that 40... Okay. Actually, I'm like thinking about this. Maybe if I went down to like 10%, and then I just multiply that by... Wait, see, there's a thing there. What do I need to multiply to get to 100? Or 40.43? Hold on. I'm using my calculator. 0.4... Oh, okay, 0.43. Huh. What do I need to calculate to get to 100? My brain is short-circuiting. Let me just look at the answers. Or the answer choices. It's not... Okay, it's not A or C. We know that for sure. It's not A or C. So, it's gonna either be B or D. Oh, silly goober that I am. Oh, this is so silly goober coded. That's what I'm doing right now, if you want to see. But I need to look at this graph again. Oh, geez. What are we missing? 100 minus 86, so we're still unaccounted for 14%. Okay. If you think about it of tenths, so it's like 4 tenths. 2,528 is 4 tenths. So if I were to divide it by like 2,528 divided by 4, about 1/10 of the whole thing is 632. So if I were to multiply 632 by 10, it's 6,000. But that's not none of the answers. I feel like 7,000 has to be the closest. Because we undershot it a little bit. Oh, but what if that... There's an aspect of multiplying that I'm missing, of course. But I'm going to come back to that. I'm just going to put B for now. I'm just going to put B for now and come back to that one because my brain, for some reason, is not computing the actual way you're supposed to do this, which I'm sure is much easier than the way that I'm doing it now, but can't think of it right now, so we're just going to come back to that one. Okay, let's go. Archangel's Restaurant has the above menu options. Beautiful. Okay. How many different combinations? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Isn't it just multiply the options for each one? Shouldn't it just be 3 times 4 times 3? 1 appetizer, 1 entree. Yeah, shouldn't it just be 3 times 4 times 3? Let me see if that's one of the answer choices. 3 times 4 times 3 is 36. Oh, no. Wait, hold on. No. 36. That's one of the answer choices. I'm just gonna go with that. Because we don't have the time, I don't think. The cost of Rita Power Watcher from 2 different companies is shown above. Okay, cool. What are you asking me? What's the difference in cost when renting a power washer for 6 hours? From these two companies. Oh, okay, just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay, but it's the difference of the two. Okay, let's go back to that one. La 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 lulu li li li. Okay. Power Pros and Power Rentals. Okay, so for Power Pros, we need to just plug it in. For Power Rentals, we could probably just guess 6 hours. Oh, okay, well, it goes up by 25. So I'm assuming for Power Rentals, it's going to be 150 because it looks like it's just going diagonal 1. Okay, so 150. Oh. Oof. We have to actually calculate stuff with... Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, what's the difference between... Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so 2 hours. In its time span of 2 hours, you're increasing it by... Hold on. You're not seeing because I need to look at the thing. Okay, what's 135 minus 81 on my calculator? 54. So every 2 hours, it goes up by 54. So every 1 hour, it goes up by... Hold on. 54 divided by 2. 27. So every hour, 27x. Plus something. Then I guess we could just do... Okay, yeah, so 2 hours. Let's subtract. Okay, let's subtract. So 81 minus 27... So 2 hours, it's going to be 54 minus 27 again, which is 27 for 1 hour. Okay, so there's no plus. Okay, so it's just 27x. So 27x plus times 6. 27x, 27 times 6 is 162 is for Power Pros. 162 minus 150, that should be that should be $12 difference. Mental math. Okay, let's go with B. One more question, and then we can go back to the one that I didn't answer. Okay, oh gosh, okay, oh goodness. Smartwatch is $450, but on sale for 10% off. You have a coupon for an additional 5% off of what I have discounted already. What is the final price you'll pay? Okay, so let's just do that. Yeah, that should be easy. $450 on sale for 10% off, so we can just multiply 0.9 probably. 450 times 0.9 is 405. 405... 5% off, so 405 times 0.95 is $384.75. Please be an answer choice, I'm begging you. Okay, $384.75. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, we have a little bit of time left to go back to the one I didn't answer. I feel like I should just divide it by 43 so that I can get 1/10, and then I can multiply that by 10 or by 100. Yes. Yes! Oh my gosh, see, it's coming back to me now. See, I just had to come back to it. Okay, so yeah, 43. It's okay, yeah, 40. It's like 43 100ths. Weird way of thinking of it. So if I take 2,528 and then I divide it by 43. That's a 1/100th. So if I multiply, oh my god, wow, 100, it should be 5,879. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay, see, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I came back to that one. Is this 11, Professor Shiny?
The one with the spherical asteroid is 11.
Oh, that's spherical asteroid. Oopsie daisy. But this is the one after, I'm assuming?
Is it the portfolio one?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
We're
12.
changing my answer. I'm so glad I went back to that one. Okay, let's see if we can do spherical asteroid. I don't know the equation. What's question 6 and 5, Professor Shiny? I also highlighted those as well.
Question 6 is the trail runner expression one, and question 5 is the Pina error one, the error step.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this spherical one. I could at least put down an educated guess, and then we can go back and check the other ones with what little time I have left. Oh, jeez. To the nearest square mile, what is the surface area? I don't know what the surface area... Because I feel like pi r squared is circumference. So pi r cubed has to be surface area, not volume. If pi r squared is circumference, I feel like pi r cubed would be either volume or surface area. I'm gonna see what pi r cubed is. I'm just gonna put it in and see what I get, and then that'll be my educated guess because I just don't know the equation. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Pi r, so r is what? Half of the diameter. Okay, so 48 divided by 2. I'm not gonna mental math that one. My brain is already fried. 24. Pi pi. Do I have pi on this? I do. Pi r. What did I say? 24 cubed. 43,428. 429. And that's not an answer choice. Oh, poopy. Why are we doing a whole math quiz? There's lore. There's lore bio. We got if you watch the VOD, you can catch it at the beginning. I don't know. What have I not answered recently? A. We're gonna go with A. We're just gonna answer A because I hadn't answered everything after a CDBC. It's better we put something down. We got a 1/4 chance, right? Test taking skills. Although it's like the smallest one, I feel like I should pick one in the middle. No. I'm just gonna, I have 20 seconds. I don't have time to check the other ones. Yeah, I don't. We're just gonna let a easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Oh, wow, that was crazy. You just Googled the formula and I don't blame you for not remembering it. Yeah, that's crazy. And them's the breaks. Yep, I'm done. Yep.
And pencils down, everyone. That's the end of the math section.
My brain hurts. Oh, and we have to go into reading after this one. Isn't that crazy? We have to do reading language arts. That's the one I feel like I have the toughest time with because my focus. I'm really bad at paying attention. What are your thoughts? Archangels, Shiny. Professor Shiny, oh my gosh, sorry. Whew, the disrespect.
Somebody in chat was like, who said, I just Googled the formula and I don't blame you for not remembering it. I did not remember it either. And
oh my gosh.
I think you were on the right path. Like you were close with what you were saying.
I can't believe it.
So
wait, now that it's over, now that this section's over, can we talk about it? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, am I right in saying that circumference is pi r squared?
Oh, I'm not sure. I looked at, so the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared.
Ah! I should have just multiplied it by 4! What? Okay, wait, search up circumference. What's circumference?
Circumference of a sphere.
It's pi r squared. Pi r squared is something.
It says its formula is 2 pi r.
2 pi r? Where am I getting the squared from? What is squared? Area! Oh! Pi r squared is the area. Yeah, no, I can't remember the last time I've had to calculate anything that has to do with a circle. That's crazy.
And you may never have to again.
I hope not. Oh, but yeah, well, what are your other thoughts on that segment?
Oh man, I had fun with redoing the names on this one. The Rhea Honeymoon Sarah, that was fun. Archangel's Restaurant was fun. Some of these you got much quicker, I think. Than
really?
I probably would have. Like the second one with the area of the shape, I'm completely useless at
area of the shape. Oh, you're talking about the one where it's like the square plus the triangle?
Yes. I'm just completely
for
useless
whatever
with
reason, the stocks and bonds ones like threw me off. And then like I did another problem that I think had to do with that. And so I was like, okay, I know how to visualize this now. I don't know why. I was like misunderstanding the visualization, but I think I got it. I think I got that one right now that I went back to change it.
Well, and I think my other favorite moment was you were working question number 4. There was the number of views on the video question, and you got to your answer, and you were like, 100 views? I hope we're getting more than 100 views. Like, what am I even putting out a video for?
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready for RLA. Might as well. I think also not having to like, I don't think I'll have to use my whiteboard very much. So I think that not having to switch back and forth between those two will be helpful. How much time do we have on this one? 50?
All right, so reading language arts is also 15 questions, and it is 50 minutes.
I'm scared. I'm really bad at focusing. Okay, we can do it though, I believe. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Let's go! Boom! And timer go. You can look. Okay. Brittany was determined to make her point. Okay, hold. Read them up here. What is the author's tone? We're looking for tone. Brittany was determined to make her point clear as she presented her ideas for the new project. We need to rethink our strategy, she stated firmly, making direct eye contact with her colleagues. If we want to stand out in this competitive market, we can't stick to the old ways. Let's innovate. Sure. As she outlined her vision, her voice resonated with conviction, and the energy in the room shifted. It's like inspiring, assertive, not overwhelmed, nostalgic. I think assertive is the way to go. I think so. I don't think it's daunted. It's very like, she's a powerful woman. She got it sort of dealio. Yeah, your voice resonated with conviction. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that one. In the above paragraph, how does including a list of microplastic sources help the author achieve her purpose? Probably like to sound like she's legitimate. Okay, estimates average American consumes 50,000 tiny particles of microplastics each year. They come from synthetic clothing, cosmetic products. Okay, sure. These microplastics. Oh, well, okay, sure. These microplastics, to kind of clarify, I guess, these microplastics are found in the air and the ocean. Okay, sure. Highlighting the complex nature, hinting that the fashion, no. Emphasizing how pervasive maybe emphasizing how pervasive these sources are by listing all these different places that they come from. Well, let me take a look. See, hold on. Let me go back. What are the synthetic clothing, cosmetic products, and packaging material? Yeah, like it's pervasive as in it comes from a bunch of different places. It's not just like a simple source, is what I'm assuming. Okay, go. Dear card holders, wait, fill in the blank from the above paragraph. Sure, what are my answer choices? Then we can kind of go into this question with your, their, our, its. Okay, perfect. Dear card holders, we're going to inform you that your credit card details may have been exposed. Regularly monitoring your account balance is the most effective tool. Oh, your most effective tool. But if we're okay, regularly monitor your account balance. Yeah, because that's what you're doing. That's what you can do, not what we can do. Yeah, regularly monitoring your account balance is your, but it's also your most effective tool for detecting fraud. But it's also like, it's either your or our. Because it's like, of all of the tools we have at our disposal. Right? Is what I'm thinking. Because also it just sounds not as harsh. Because it's like, it's all on you. You know what I mean? I want to put our, it just sounds nicer. It's our most effective tool. Out of all the options that we all have. Oh my gosh, that's 3 C's in a row though. No, don't let it phase you. It just sounds better. Yeah. Because it just sounds nicer than saying it's your most effective, it's your problem. You know what I mean? We also, you know, right, your account balance is, I think, our, of all the things that we can do, you know? It's our most effective tool for detecting fraud. But also it's like within the things that you can do, that's the most effective tool. Okay, now I'm gonna change it to A. Because I was like, is it of all the things that all of us can do? That isn't though, because they have tools, I'm sure. So of the things that we, as the card holder, can do, regularly monitoring accounts. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my answer to your. Read the above paragraph. Let's see, and then how does the setting of the hacker den enhance the mood of this excerpt? Okay, the soft glow of computer screens illuminate the faces of hackers, and dimly in the basement, their air hummed with the whir of cooling fans, and the clatter of keyboards is, okay, it's like ominous, almost. Empty energy drink cans and half-eaten snacks litter the tables, a testament to their steadfast pursuit of digital dominance. Okay, sure. Gritty, relentless nature, sure. Yeah, not a sense of hospitality like a D. Emphasis on organized space, no, that doesn't seem like it either. Contrast between hackers' digital expertise in physical settings, no, I would say gritty and relentless. Gritty, yeah, gritty. Steadfast pursuit, but it's also empty drink cans and half-eaten snacks. Soft glow, air hummed, and the clatter of keyboards. I would say gritty and relentless. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Gritty. What does gritty even mean? Oh, but also like, I wouldn't say there's a contrast. And the fact that it says setting of the setting though specifically, I'm gonna go with gritty and relentless nature. That's sort of just the vibe that I was getting from that.
Why is someone doing the gritty in my hacker den?
Why is someone doing the gritty in my hacker den? I thought I was like already out of time. That was crazy.
Sorry, carry on. You're
good. You're good. Read them about paragraphs labeled paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. How does paragraph 2 relate to paragraph 1? Social media platforms. Let me look at the answers first. Okay, so it's like a cause effect or solution sort of dealio. Social media platforms have seen exponential growth over time, offering tools for communicating, sharing, and creating content. These platforms have become a fundamental aspect of life for millions across the globe. While social media has facilitated connections and information sharing, it has introduced... Okay, so sure, it's like positive and then negative. Okay, sure. Okay, effects, solutions, no. 2 is the negative. 2% of comparison to the platforms. No, so it's probably A. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Talking about how, like, you know, all the growth and all that stuff, whatever, because people are feeling negative effects from that globalization. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Hey. Oh my god, that's the third A in a row. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because it's not solutions presented. It's not positive. Paragraph 2 is definitely not positive impacts. And then 2 isn't really a comparison of platforms. So let's keep going. Okay. Fill in the blank. We had to what? What the? We had to replace the damaged windshield with a new one. That would make sense. Like, oh, we have to do this. We had to change out the busted windshield for a replacement one. No, that wouldn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Because it could be a new one. We had to switch the crummy windshield for a newer... No, you would. Like, we couldn't just keep our crummy windshield. You know what I mean? We had to do a switch of the banged up windshield for a different one. Huh. Well, different one could be like another different one. I feel like we had to replace the damaged windshield with a new one. I feel like that just makes the most sense naturally. I mean, don't ask me. It just sounds natural. Well, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, if I can't reason it, if it makes sense, that's all I got, then yeah, might as well. Based on paragraph 2 above, which of these generalizations can be made? Okay, what are we... Let's take a look, see the answer choices. I feel like I should be spending more time on reading these. I mean, we have a lot of time. Can I be honest with you guys? I'm tired. My brain hurts already. I don't know how I used to do this. Okay. Oh, jeez. Maybe it's because some of these are longer. Back in the 1990s, researchers at NASA developed air purifiers to filter out germs and molds. They soon become available for commercial use in homes. Okay. Another technology developed within NASA was foam padding for astronauts' seats to evenly distribute weight. This material became known as memory foam, which then was used in commercially available mattresses and pillows. Okay, sure. So it's like first they used them for, like, you know, private technology, and then it became commercial. No, I don't think it's A. NASA's already high from field. No. Discoveries within NASA often benefit the general public. Yeah, sure. C. Federal funding for NASA has slowly increased over time. Yeah, I would say it's C. It's like talking about their different discoveries that they had and their technologies to benefit the general public. Yeah. Let's do it. How does the phrase housekeeping items add to the meaning of the ideas expressed in paragraph 9? I don't know, okay? Housekeeping items is what we're looking at. John's meetings were a highlight of the week. Brimming with energy and creativity, he had a knack for keeping his audience captivated. Seamlessly blending entertainment activities and guest speakers in the agenda. Instead of burdening the group with mundane housekeeping items during the session, John cleverly reserved those details for an email. He's so real for that. You know what? We like John. John is a firm believer, and it could have been an email. Okay, so let's take a look. See here. Honestly, to me, it makes it seem like the meeting notes, I guess, are like unessential. Is sort of shows that he didn't have time. Implies that those items were boring. Yeah, and emphasizes the speaker had already discussed those. It showcases that those items were too complicated to be communicated. I'd say boring. Housekeeping to me implies like, oh, it's just like mundane. Like this isn't anything exciting or new or special. So, okay, I'm gonna go. That's question number 8. Is that correct, Professor Shiny?
That is correct.
Yahoo! But it's like, is it bad noodle of me to like want to just finish the clock early if I can get through all these questions? I mean, because honestly, none of the ones before have given me like extreme pause like we did with the math section. Which of the following sentences is the most grammatically correct? Oh boy. Okay. Cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin. Cook it. Once you have gathered the reading ingredients for your meal. No, it doesn't make sense that the comma would be there. For your meal, cook it. Once you've gathered the ingredients. No, it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Once you gather the ingredients for your meal, cook it. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Once the ingredients are all gathered. No, because we didn't specify what it is yet, so we can't say it. Because what is it? What is it, right? You define it later, so it can't be D. for your meal. Cook it once we've gathered the ingredients. No. This just doesn't feel right. Also, and then once you have gathered the ingredient, cook it. Once you have again, we didn't define what it is yet. So I feel like once you gather the ingredients for your meal, cook it being the meal. So let's go with C on that one. Yahoo, yahoo, yahoo. Can't do that during an exam. Can't say yahoo, yahoo, yahoo. Okay. In the above paragraph, how does Cruz use rhetorical questions to support his purpose? Why is my personal information fully accessible to the federal government? Shouldn't data privacy be dismissed all in the name of counterterrorism? How concerned should the public be when the foreign entities inevitably hack into our government's databases? I guess it's like... Hold on, let me see what the answer choices are. No, I don't think it's A. I was thinking like giving like circumstance, like example things. To attack social media companies' negligence? No. To challenge individuals to think more critically about surveillance, to raise doubts. Wait, hold on. I think maybe it's to challenge individuals to think more critically about surveillance, to raise doubts as to whether data privacy is worthwhile. I don't think that's it either. Let's see here. Wait, hold on. Should privacy be dismissed all in the name of the cat? Okay. No, because I feel like he's for data privacy. So I don't think he would raise doubts as to whether or not it's worthwhile. I also don't think it's A, because there's not really I don't think that's social media. I think it's C, because it's like these are sort of questions you should ask yourself. You know, like, why aren't I thinking more critically about these things, these questions that he's posing while I'm, you know, being a digital, you know, citizen, I guess. So this is question 10. I'm gonna put it down as C. Is that correct? Not the answer, but the question number.
Yes, this is question number 10.
10. What inference can the reader make based on the details of paragraph 7? Many people who have lost a limb use... Okay, hold on. Okay. Many people are making an inference. Many people who have lost a limb use prosthetic ones. However, the brain does not think that prosthetics are part of the body. Sure, whenever we touch something, our hands send neural impulses to our brain. New advancements in prosthetic technology allow users to finally feel objects as though they were touching it with their actual arm. Is that for real? Oh my gosh, automail. Okay, let's see what the inferences are. New prosthetic technology replicates sending neural implants. Yeah, because they were saying that's how you feel, and so if this new prosthetic technology can also... You can feel like you can normally with that. So that would make sense. The prosthetic industry is slowed? No. Our government is invested heavily? No. They didn't say anything for the government. Touching an object releases neural impulses to the brain. Ooh, I think they said that, though. So I don't think that's necessarily inference. Touching an object releases neural impulses to the brain. Yes, they said it, so that's not necessarily an inference. So we're gonna go ahead and go with A, because they don't say that outright. That's kind of something you have to imply from the given text. We're zooming. Wait, why was I worried about this? Hold on. Wait, what if I've been getting them all wrong because I haven't been spending enough time? Okay, what is the impact of the author's use of toolkit? In paragraph 3, sustainable forestry plays a crucial role in enhancing ecological health and addressing climate change. Hold on. ADHD is ADHDing. I did not process any of that. Sustainable forestry. I told you! Sustainable forestry plays a crucial role in enhancing ecological health and addressing climate change. Hold on. I have a lot of time. I'm gonna... Brain break. I'm gonna plug my fan in.
Trying not to laugh and remain professional during this is so tough when I hear phrases like, my ADHD is ADHDing, and I did not understand a word of it.
Anyway, continuing on. I got distracted because in the Twitch chat someone was like, "Soro game no namae wa nan desu ka?" And Shiny goes, "GED test."
I mean, I just translated it and I was like,
My favorite video game. Anyway, continuing on. Essentially, this is a bit. This is not a game. Well, technically, it's inspired by a game. Anyway, I'm running out of time. Sustainable forestry plays a crucial role in enhancing ecological health and addressing climate change. Strategies like selective logging, which involves harvesting only specific trees, and reforestation, an important part of a forester's toolkit. Okay, the impact. implying that there's more other things. Wow, me when I can't English during the RLA portion of an exam. Okay. It implies that particular methods are used to achieve specific outcomes. It suggests that preserving a forest is similar to building a house. It emphasizes that these practices are outdated and ineffective. It's not C. It indicates that these are theoretical concepts without practical application. I don't think it's D either. Selective logging, which involves harvesting only specific trees and reforestation. I think it's methods with an outcome. My brain is not braining now. I think it's methods of madness to achieve specific outcomes. Because I don't think it implies that preserving a forest is similar to building a house. It's more like maintaining the house. I'm just gonna go with A. You know what? Whatever. Okay. See, like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here, right now. In a normal exam, like a paper exam that I can flip through and go back and see, I would go back and check my answers. I do that. That's how I got 100 on my music theory exam recently, and my sight singing exam. That's how I aced those with a perfect 100. I go back like 2 or 3 or even 4 times if the time allows. I use however much time I need, but my brain is not braining anymore. Okay, we have 3 questions, and honestly, none of them, like with the math section, I was like, okay. Some of the, wait, what if we have like whole stories we have to read? Let's not get too crazy. Let's not get too cuckoo crazy with the hubris. Let's just lock in. Rescue, hold on. Which main idea can be inferred from paragraph 4? Rescue operations during floods are highly dangerous, with rising water, swift currents, and debris posing constant risks. Rescuers must navigate through waterlogged areas, keeping an eye out for sudden shifts in water levels and hidden objects that may cause injury. They also need to assess the structural integrity of buildings and bridges, as flooded waters can weaken these structures. Effective communication and teamwork are essential to prevent further harm during such operations. It's dangerous, essentially, is the main idea. Rescuers only focus on moving victims to safety, not the condition of the buildings. No, I think it's important to know the condition of the buildings so that you don't die navigating them. Flood rescue teams must remain alert to shifting conditions and structural risks. Sure. Debris is the least dangerous element during a flood. No, I wouldn't say it's the least dangerous. The well-being of flood victims is more important than structural damage. I think B, because they were just painting a picture in my head of like, look at all this crazy stuff that could happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with B. Continuing on. Let's see here. I think this is the second to last. Oh my gosh, fill in the blank. Most plastic bottles are not recycled. Reusable water bottles are both less wasteful and less expensive. Blank, reusable bottle. Oh, this is like a transitional word. Most plastic bottles are not recycled. And then we're contrasting it with something with reusable water bottles being less wasteful and less expensive. Not unfortunately, not at times. Not for example. We're gonna go with however. Most plastic bottles are not recycled. However, reusable water bottles are both less wasteful and less expensive. I feel like however, to me, stands out as the most, makes sense to me. Fortunately, because that would be unfortunate. At times, not at times, because it's always times. For example, you're not giving an example about the wasteful ones. Okay, continuing on. Last one! Yeah! We can do it! This editorial is from the perspective of someone who believes that... Okay. Lock in. Business owners might criticize the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, for imposing regulatory burdens. Yet, how would public health and safety be ensured without this regulatory agency? In the 1970s, homes were unknowingly constructed in locations that had served as dumping grounds for toxic waste by chemical companies. Fortunately, the EPA intervened to launch cleanup efforts and hold the chemical companies legally and financially accountable. I see it's like pro-EPA. Yeah, because they're like, yeah, sure, like a lot of people have criticism for it, but without it, you know what I mean? Like necessary evil sort of situation is what I'm getting from the reader. I don't know if they're like 100%. So I just know that they're like, okay, there's some positives here. Regulatory agencies prioritize public health more than business owners. Businesses operate responsibly without the need for eternal oversight. Developers should work more closely with the environmental chemists. I don't think that's either. The burden of safe and healthy rests with citizens. Okay. I don't think it's B. Because they're saying that the EPA was the one who, like, kept the businesses in check. So regulatory agencies prioritize health more than business owners. I think that's what it's implying. This regulatory agency being the EPA prioritizing public health more than business owners, because they were saying that the business owners don't care about public health. Developers should work more closely. I don't think that was it either. Burden of safety and health rests with the citizens. I don't think that's it either. So I'm gonna assume it's A. Not assume, because I actually put some thought into that. What's your EPA? What's your EPA? That's crazy. I think that's it. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back. Don't make me go back. If this was this, let me put this out there for anyone who's also in school. Please do go back if you have extra time. Don't, this is a bad example. Don't do what I'm doing. Please do go back and check your answers, even though you are 100% confident, but it's okay. This is showbiz, isn't it? We don't do things the way they're supposed to do in real life, so I'm just gonna call it.
All right,
Shiny.
pencils down, everyone,
Pencils
for
down.
RLA.
Yeah!
That is it for the 3rd out of 4 sections today.
Can I get your thoughts? Do you think it's?
Well,
do you think
I had the same sort of idea that you did when I went and looked on this website for example questions. I'm like, there's not a lot of like huge exam, like big stories that you're having to sort of read the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we didn't need nearly as much time as a result.
Yeah, because I'm like, I looked at the timer and I was like, I have like more than half of the time left. Is this my hubris? Because I was expecting one of those, like, yeah, where you read a short story and you have multiple questions related to that short story. So maybe that's why I have a lot of time left. Or again, maybe it's my hubris. I don't know.
Well, and on the grammar one specifically, like, I don't know how you felt about them. I didn't find them, like, too challenging. So, like, I scoured through all of them and I was like, is there anything that, like, steps it up a little bit? And there really wasn't. So I was like, I mean, I don't want to not include them in there, but I'd love to be challenged a little bit more.
Just so, because I'm assuming, Shiny, you can, like, see the answer sheet, like the comparison one. I don't want you to tell me my whatchamacallit percentages right now.
Of course.
But do you think my hubris is warranted or not warranted? Do you think it's justified or not justified?
I think you'll be, not including any other hints or anything, I think you'll be duly satisfied with how you perform.
Okay. All right. That makes me feel a little bit better. How much time do we have on the clock for science?
So there are 11 questions for science, our final section, and 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay, so like 3 minutes a question about... I'm nervous! It feels like I'm doing well. I think it's like, I think I'm exuding confidence, and that's why it seems like I'm doing well. Okay. Let me drink some water and then we can jump into the last one. I feel like, wow, my thoughts on this is really turning around because I think I feel the most confident about RLA, and that's the one I was like most worried about, I think.
Well, if you're not having to read chapter books essentially for one question, it would make you feel better.
I think I was most nervous about RLA purely from the like focus and attention standpoint. But if we're talking about knowledge, I think like social studies or science. Yeah, just having to like remember facts and things like that. Math though, I think like on the ground, like doing the exam, actually, I think I did the worst in math. Because that was the one I had the most like confusions and I need to go back and check this one. So,
but conversely, it seemed like you had the most fun with math.
I really did. And see, guys, that's the real kicker here. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, let's do it. Science. Let me restart the timer.
30 minutes on the clock.
See, I might be crying, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know? What's that one song, Big Girls Don't Cry? Big Girls do cry, but I'm still gonna get it done. We just played through the Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Chapter 4. Yes, I'm gonna make everything about Xenoblade Chronicles. You can't stop me. The scene where Yuri was like, yeah, I might be afraid, but she was like, I'm gonna get it done anyway. So that's, I'm gonna channel Yuni's energy. I'm gonna be the boss today.
And then she was like, babies. You got any babies?
Technically, that's in this upcoming chapter we're in right now. But anyway, continuing on. I think I'm ready. I think
All
I'm
right,
ready.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. You may begin.
And go and timer, and then I can look. Oh my gosh, white blood cells. You know, I've seen that anime. White blood cells are part of the body's immune system, and an infection disease is detected. Okay, above is how the body will respond at point P on the graph, which is true. Okay, white blood cells. Okay, those white blood cells are targeting those pathogens. Okay. Well, yeah, because after engulfing, they die. They die! Okay. So, cool. They're dying. They're dying. Inflammation is being prevented? Yeah, because they're gonna die. They're dying. They're starting to die. So they're preventing inflammation. B, yeah. I watch Cells at Work. I know the answer to this one. Thank you very much. Okay. I mean, how did I get a 5 in AP Bio? Just kidding. Anyway, long period comets are ones that pass by Earth and return at a time scale greater than a human... Okay, I wasn't paying attention. ADHD. Long period comets are ones that pass by Earth and return on a time scale greater than a human lifetime. These comets tend to have highly elliptical orbits, meaning that they travel farther away from the sun. When approaching the sun, these comets often develop a bright coma and a tail, usually making them visible from Earth. That's very cool. Observations of a comet are summarized in the above. Okay, is this a comet long period? 72 years. They said it was greater than a human lifetime. So no. And they travel far away from the sun. But look, when they approach the sun, these comets... Well, I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know why I defaulted to 100. I mean, honestly, like, what's the average age that people live to? I don't know. But approaching the sun, these comets often... I mean, it's... I would hope that I live at least. I would hope that I live to an elderly age. Anyway, when approaching the sun, these comets often develop a bright coma and a tail, so you can see them from Earth. It's elliptical. Oh, and it develops a comb and a tail. Is the average age that people live to really, like, not 72 and older? Why am I suddenly sad? I had a different understanding of lifetimes. That's kind of sad. It says often, doesn't mean they always do. And return. Pass and return. I kind of want it to be a long period comet. Highly elliptical. It's the one thing though. It's that one thing that's... So I feel like, hey, 3 out of the 4? I'm gonna say it's a long period comet. Oh... See, look, it says no since it returns within a human lifetime. That's what I'm saying. Because isn't it the requirement? Some of these are, like, optional. Yeah, because this is often developed, usually making them visible. But it's the time scale is has to be. So then I guess no. Because it says tend to, then often, and then usually. So I think the one that has to be there is returning. I think it's no, then. Yeah, because okay. Oof, okay, not sad anymore. Okay, this is gonna be D. Alright. Scientists have been collecting data on the Arctic ice cap to track changes over time. Does the data above support or contradict the sea ice map? What does it say? 1990s, 2000s. Oh, so it's decreasing according to the graph, the image, I guess. See? You see that? Okay. And then, in the square kilometers, is going down. Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say it's supported. Yeah. Not steady growth, it's steady decline, steady decline. The data supports the map since it shows this trend of decreasing sea ice. No, no, climate change. Okay, continuing on. A group of research is investigating the environmental impact of mining. Okay, researchers hypothesize that heavy metals such as copper, zinc, lead, and arsenic would appear in higher concentrations around an area that has been previously mined. Okay, more heavy metals. If there has been mining, they collect soil samples around an old mining site in order to determine the concentration of these heavy elements. What else should this group of researchers measure to test its hypothesis? A control! Maybe? Yeah, the concentration of heavy metals from an area with no previous mining. That's a good control, I would say. Yeah? Sure. Yeah, because, I mean, none of the other ones have to do with heavy elements. Or heavy elements or mining. I'm gonna go ahead and say C. That would make sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. La 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 la. A drug company is testing a new allergy medication. 600 patients with seasonal allergies. Where's my next button? Okay. Randomly assigned into 3 groups, each receiving different doses of medication for 90 days. Okay. Okay, I really wish I processed all of that. Finally, each group's average number of days with symptoms such as coughing and sneezing was calculated. Okay. Okay. What change would remove an error in the experimental setup? Yeah, we need no medication. Where's our control group? Come on now. We need our control. We need a group that has no dosage. Come on. Where's the control? Oh my goodness. We need to do A for our control group. What the? Okay, let's go. Scientists hypothesize that deforestation is increasing greenhouse gas emissions. That would make sense. Yeah, since such as CO2, since fallen trees no longer absorb carbon dioxide. One way to measure deforestation by global wood pulp production. Why does this data support or refute these scientists' hypothesis that deforestation is increasing greenhouse gas emissions? Oh, you want to know why? Because wood pulp production is going up because more trees are being chopped down, which means more trees are dying, which means less trees to process the carbon dioxide, and that's why carbon dioxide is going up. Okay. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, it's not B. There is obviously... Yeah, okay. Not a perfect match. Did he refute? No. No, I think it's A, because both show overall increasing trends. Yep. Yep. Wood production goes up. Carbon dioxide emissions up. Okay, because it's not C or D because the data doesn't refute it. I'd say it's supported, the hypothesis. But it's not a perfect match. Does it have to be a perfect match for it to support that? Oh my gosh! Are we gonna do Punnett squares? One parent with blue eyes has a genotype lowercase bb, while another parent with brown eyes has a genotype B, capital BB. What is the likelihood that these parents will have a child with blue eyes? Oh my gosh, I draw a Punnett square! Okay. La la la. Okay, I'm assuming brown eyes is I think brown eyes is a dominant gene. And then blue eyes is recessive, because if you have the mixed genotype, but you have brown eyes, then I think blue eyes is the let's draw a Punnett square! Okay, let me show you guys. 1 second. La 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 la, Punnett square. Okay. No. Genotype B, and then B. Capital B is brown. And it's the dominant. That's the dominant gene. And then B is blue, which is the recessive gene. So let's go to the whiteboard. Yahoo, yahoo. Okay. So. La 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 la. We're drawing. So, oh, I already forgot the question. Oh, I also realized my timer is wrong. Do you know how long it's been? So how much time do we have left? I'll fix it. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Might be. How? Okay. Is this about... I can pause for a little... Okay, perfect. Silly goober that I am. I can stop early. I don't know if that would help. You can just... You can keep your timer shiny, and then this will be just for the audience. Okay, what we're checking for recessive? What are we checking? Percentage that'll have blue eyes. Okay, so we're looking for the double B. Okay. So, they'll have brown eyes here. They'll have brown eyes here. Yeah. So, 50% chance. Well, there you go. Okay, let's see. 50% chance you'll have a child with blue eyes. Yep, C. Yahoo, yahoo. I love science. I love math. I love science. I love math. I also like reading. Social studies is okay. Anyway, I'm having fun. That's what matters. A group of scientists is studying the effect of caffeine. Caffeine! Oh, caffeine! Okay. Caffeine on motor... Wait, whoa. Is this ethical? That's crazy. I'm sure it's fine. 80 mice are split. I mean, I'm not a scientist, so I wouldn't know. But hopefully they're not going crazy. La 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 la. I mean, if they're doing the experiment, I'm sure they went through a board of ethics. 80 mice... Oh, I hope so. 80 mice are split up into 2. Well, this isn't an exam. I don't think they would write... Well, maybe. I'm sure they would have a question where it's like, do you think this is ethic? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, 2 equal groups. One group receives 0.05, and then other receives none. Each mouse is then placed on a running wheel for 30 seconds, and the number of full wheel rotations is recorded. What is the dependent variable? Independent. It means that it's like the dependent is okay. It's the one that it's like the output, I guess. Independent would be like an input, and dependent would be the output. I think is what it is. Okay, it's the number of full wheel rotations then, if that's the dependent. I hope so. I hope so. Oh, I actually don't know now. Dependent variable? Because it's dependent on something. Yeah, and that depends on the input. I'm just gonna say the number of full wheel rotations. Okay, that might be wrong. If we want to go back to one, that'll be one that we can go back to. Because it's a definition. But honestly, if I don't know it now, I'm not gonna know it later. It's okay. Maybe it'll come back to me. Honestly, that happened with another question. What in the world is a cladogram? This is a cladogram. Oh, it's like... Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Relationship between different species and some of the similarities they share. Sure. Which statement can be inferred from this cladogram? All species evolved from tortoises. No. Not all species. It's just to show that... What? The relationship and the similarities they share. Okay, sure. Like common ancestors and such. House cats evolved from leopards. Wolves are carnivorous and have retractable claws. Wait. Anything after means they don't have it. So wolves don't have retractable claws. So that's a lie. You're lying to me. It's not A, it's not B. Leopards are carnivorous and have retractable claws. Okay, let's see. Leopards are carnivorous and have retractable claws. That looks correct. That looks correct to me. Yeah. Evolved from leopards. It says relationships between different species and some of the similar... I don't think horses evolved from tortoises. I'm just gonna say leopards are carnivorous and have retractable claws. Yeah, because everything above this is carnivorous and everything above that has retractable claws. So I'm gonna go with that. D! Answer D! Oh my gosh, this is our last segment, you guys! Marine biologists are studying the effect of fertilizer, phosphate runoff on lakes. They sample water from 2 of the most polluted lakes, as well as 2 of the least polluted lakes in their state. They want to use this data to establish a model. Their data is shown in the above graph, which would improve a weakness of this sampling technique. Maybe like more lakes that are like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Wait, would improve? Wait, hold on. Wait, what are we trying to figure out? The effect of fertilizer runoff on lakes. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Fertilizer runoff on... No. We still have questions left. You can't be yawning. My brain. It's turning off. How do people like do a whole day of this? How is that even possible? How now, brown cow? The weakness of this sampling technique? No, it shouldn't be 2 samples. I feel like the more samples, the better. You know what I mean? Only collect samples from 1 lake? No. Well... it says on lakes. You know what I mean? So it should be multiple lakes. My brain isn't working anymore. I don't think it was working at a good chunk of this too. No, it's okay. We're still doing it. We're still getting it done. I think samples should be taken across a range of various water qualities. Yeah? I just think more is good. Surely 4 isn't like a good sample population. Let's do B. I think they need to increase their sample size. Why not? I mean, you don't have to do like a census, you know what I mean? But surely 4 isn't a good sample size. Welcome in, Raiders! Oh my gosh. Welcome in. Shiny, well, let me introduce myself and then we'll have Professor Shiny explain what's going on. But welcome in, Raiders! I'm the idol to give you the wings to fly, Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro at your service of Lucid Multimedia. And I'll have Professor Shiny, our moderator for this channel, tell you all what's going on and where we are right now as I continue my exam. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for raiding in. This is Rita's stream. I highly encourage you to subscribe. She is less than 100 subscribers away from 50K.
I accidentally started over.
This stream is specifically based on a Persona 5 Royal stream that she did where she took mock school questions and said, I could probably do that in real life. So we got permission from a company called Get Some, SUM Math, to use some of their example GED questions and make a little mock exam for Rita, which Rita is very close to finishing. This is the fourth of 4 sections. We are currently on the science section here. We previously did social studies, math, and then reading language arts. And we will be looking over the grades at the end. So stick around, make sure you're comfortable. Rita is big on Persona. She's streamed Persona in the past, but she also streams things like Honkai Star Rail and Xenoblade Chronicles. She's currently doing Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So if you like the idea of that, you can subscribe either here or follow Rita on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rita Kamishiro. She also has a plushie available for her 3.0 model. You can go pick that up. There are less than 5 days to get it funded. I just have the link in the pin message here, so go check that out if you have not already.
Wow, thank you so much. I really needed that. I was like, I need a moment where I accidentally pressed stop on the slideshow though, so I had to be like, oh, don't look. I have to go find my place. Okay, so we're gonna have to calculate the density of rye bread, I think is what it's telling me. But they gave me the equation, so that should be pretty easy. Okay, so you have the volume, the mass, and the length, which is 8.5 inches, mass 1305 grams, volume 2250 centimeters cubed. And then I'm gonna go back and get the equation. This is math! It's okay. Okay, P equals M over V. P is density. But yeah, how was stream? What did you guys do? Probably not a practice GED. Mass in grams. And then V is volume in cubic centimeters and centimeters cubed. Let's go to the whiteboard. Well, first of all, let me double check that we're looking for density. Let's go to the whiteboard! Yahoo! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know! Shiny's such a good announcer. He actually casts. Do you want to talk a little bit about your casting, your Splatoon casting? Oh gosh. Isn't Shiny so cool, you guys? Like, how does it feel to be so cool? In my humble opinion. Yeah, please! Either a voice actress in Xenoblade or, writing/singing a song for the next Xenoblade. That's the dream. I feel like this one's too easy. I'm nervous. Oh, oopsie daisy. Oh, for the whiteboard. That's right. Okay, sorry. Let me have you do the... Sorry, you're gonna have to do that all over again. Wait 1 second. It's okay, I have 11 minutes and this is my last question, so... I think it's my last question. Is it? Well, I'm putting your voice up. And... About
airy bread is the final question.
Okay, so now do that all over again. Do it all over again.
Okay, yes. So sorry, I do a bit of Splatoon casting. I've been casting for about 9 years, since around 2016. But recently I've been doing some casting for Nintendo as part of their Splatoon 3 North American League. So they have a show that airs on Fridays around 10 a.m. Pacific. And then every few weeks, we trade out casters, but every few weeks I do commentary for the actual top 8 of the regular season events. At 4 p.m. Pacific on the Nintendo of America YouTube channel. So feel free to
the link.
Go check it out.
Put the link.
Oh, and sorry. Yes.
So what I was saying is, isn't Shiny so cool? What is it like to be so cool? And then you said something else about Xenoblade.
Yes, I said I would love for Rita to voice, and I think that's one of your aspirations as well,
Oopsie.
is to either voice or be
Not the Canva
like a
ad.
Nopon or something, you know?
Something like that, yeah. Or so either voice in a Xenoblade game or write/sing in a Xenoblade. Anyway, I feel like this is too easy. I'm nervous. I feel like this was too easy, this question. The density of the rye bread, you know? I'm nervous. I hope it's okay. Okay, let's see here. All right. I think, well... Oh, also my timer is weird because I have the Canvas thing open. Oops. Oopsies. Come on.
You officially have
There we go.
10 minutes left if you need it.
Yeah, let me go back to 1. Hold on. Oh, geez. I don't know. Well, hold on. Let me answer this one first. 0.58. There it is. So I think it's B. Okay. All right. Oh, geez. This is tough. Let me go back to... What's question 8?
Question 8 was the caffeine in mice question.
Oh, caffeine and mice question. Okay. This is the only one I wanted to check. Dependent variable. I don't know. Independent versus dependent variable. Oh, I don't remember. I feel like dependent is the one that is dependent on something rather than being the independent that you can like control. So I feel like it's the output. So I feel like the number of full wheel rotations. You can't control. Well, let's see. The number of seconds the mice will. Hold on. Yeah, the number of full wheel rotations is recorded because you control the 30 seconds thing. You control the amount of caffeine. And you control the number of mice in the experiment. So I feel like it's the number of full wheel rotations. So I'll keep it at that. Honestly, Professor Shiny, I think I'm good on this one. My brain is fried. I think I'm
All
fine.
set? All right, pencils down. Remember, there is one
down.
extra credit
Oh, that's
question
right.
if you'd
okay.
like to attempt it.
Yeah, we can
Not
do it.
necessarily science related.
Is there a timer for this one? Do I need to
No,
be
it's
cognizant
just one
of that?
question, so feel free to take it at your leisure.
At my leisure, huh? Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, let me like water check real quickly. All right. Let me water check. Get my water bottle over here. All right, let's do it. Bonus question. I'm scared. Okay. Is it hard? Like, what do you like? Is it?
It's up to interpretation. I think you can reason it out.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's just look at it. Oh my gosh. As of today, how many days has it been since Rita last streamed Wuthering Waves? Did I ever tell you I have a really bad sense of time? Oh, but I don't get anything right. I don't get it wrong. If I get it wrong, maybe like a year? I feel like it's been a year. Oh. These are all over a year. What the? You really think I could reason this one out?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Can I get like a... Oh, this is a bonus question, though. I can't get a hint. You can't get a hint in an exam? What did I answer for a C? Oh my god, what if the answer is C? The answer is always C if you don't know it. You know what I mean? It's a good guess. Oh, because I feel like a 400, you know? It's because there's two 300... Well, there's two 300 answers. Oh, jeez. 500... I feel like my go-to is always to remove the extremes. And then my other hack is to just choose C. When in doubt, choose C. I mean, and hey, when you remove the extremes, C is there. But there's two 300s, and I feel like if there's two in the 300s, then you gotta choose. You know what I mean? Like, just thinking of like how people write questions. I feel like if there's two of them, don't me.
Very interesting.
Oh, so it's either B or C. Like, it's not. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go with. How many C's did I put down? I just answered B. I'm gonna put C. Watch it B. B. Okay. Pencils down. I think that's it, Professor Shiny. I did it! Oh, thank goodness it's over. Okay,
that sounded tiring.
I felt tiring. Us, the person who took it. Okay, so now that this is over, I'm assuming you don't really need to do that much work for the final grading since I made you a
Thanks to you, no, it was effortless.
Yeah, hey, I will say this. No matter how I did on the exam, I mean, the fact that I was able to even put together like a spreadsheet with like all the formulas and stuff for Shiny to be able to record it.
Your Excel or Microsoft Office work.
Oh yeah, there you go. Give me the Excel exam, except for don't, because my brain is fried right now. Oh gosh, but yeah, I mean, I can talk a little bit more about the exam overall before we give the final answers, if you will.
Yeah. So, what do you think were the hardest and easiest subjects for you?
Oh gosh, hardest subject, math or social studies, if I had to pick.
Ooh.
Easiest, RLA or science. Yeah.
And you were most worried about RLA?
Yeah, I know. I guess because again, I think it was the thing that I was most worried about was like paying attention to really long like passages, but we didn't have anything like that. It was like max 2 short paragraphs. So yeah,
well,
I think social
like
studies.
You had the most fun with math. Was that your favorite subject overall?
Yes, I think in general, math and science. Well, it's interesting because if we're talking about like what you would consider like a traditional like school subject, yeah, math and science is my favorite. But if we're talking about like any possible like subject, so like including extracurriculars, I guess, like music being an orchestra was definitely my favorite school subject.
To the surprise of no one.
Of no one. But yeah, I think of today, math was definitely the most fun. Science too.
I thought it was interesting because before the stream, you know, I put together 15 questions for each subject because I was like, okay, roughly a third for each of them was around 15. So in earnest, in truth, you know, the 2 that were short in social studies and science were around like 34, 35 questions. So at the last minute, you know, I kind of cut 3 to 4 of them per section.
No,
and
I begged him to cut it because I asked him, I was like, why is it all 15 questions? I thought like some of them would have less or more. Like, is this really 1/3 of all the questions? Because we did 1/3 of the time. So I feel like it would make sense to do 1/3 of the question. So I asked Shiny to reduce it.
Well, and that's why it's interesting that for the 2 subjects that we changed, they ended up so drastically different from each other. Because for science, you breezed through it. You were like, oh, you know, it's so easy. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go through. Oh, I feel worried because I'm going so fast in this one. And social studies, you were panicking. Like you were just beside yourself anytime I would say a time. You were like, ah.
I wasn't. Well, again, that was one that I was scared of. That was a subject I was absolutely scared of as well. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you think? Can I do this as like extra credit?
Do you want to? You said you want to know the extra credit one?
Well, no, I was saying like maybe I could do the questions that you took off as extra credit or something.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of want to see how I did first, and then maybe we'll see if I need it or not.
Yeah. And I have a few. So how do you want to do the grading? Because like we can go over the ones you got wrong. We can just go over the score. Like, how do you want to do it?
Let's just give me the percentage, and then if I feel slighted by the number, we can go back and.
All right. So social studies is the first subject.
Right, my worst subject, I'm sure. 12 questions
in that section.
Oh God.
And of
my hope is. Sorry to interrupt you. You might have to start over. My hope is I get at least 70% on this one.
All right. So for social studies, there were 12 questions. Of the 12 questions, you got 8 correct for a 66.67%. So just under 70.
Just under 70. You won more. I told you that one was so rough. But honestly, 4. It's not bad. 4 missing.
Not at all.
Can you tell me which ones those were?
Yes. So the first one was actually the sea ice and the droughts and storms one. You put down A, and the correct answer was B.
Oh man. Okay. What's the other ones? I kind of just want to know what the questions were about, so I can.
You actually had 3 in a row that you missed. So the solar cells, Question
the
7.
solar cells.
You put A, and the correct answer was D.
Oh, Shiny, and maybe I did have issues with the answer sheet on this
Yes.
one.
Well, that I was worried about that. Is the
Should we go back and double check?
let's
Because
go
I
back
think
and
I
check
remember
them.
what I put.
So yeah, which
What was the
one?
first
what did you
one?
put? We'll start
the
with
sea
5.
ice?
We'll start with 5. The sea ice versus droughts and storms with all the graphs on
And
it.
you guys will have the VOD, so you can check me on this one. Oh, I accidentally started the timer again. Don't do that. The clicking is making me nervous.
What was your answer on this one?
I remember saying sea ice go up, storms go up. Or hold on. Let's see. What was this one about even? Let's see. Global warming gets effects. Okay, increased drought and reduced. Oh, sea ice go down. Oh, maybe I read it wrong. No, I can believe that I got this one wrong.
Okay.
I feel like in my head I understood the relationship, but I think I sped through what that would look like as a graph.
Oh,
Yeah.
chat saying you said C. Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because in my head, I thought, oh, I see sea ice going down and then storms going up. Because I was thinking that's floods.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I could follow your line of thinking there.
I think I answered that one for C. Let's check the other ones, though, just in case. Because I did have a couple
skip
troubles.
Plessy versus Ferguson. Because you got that one right. And then the solar cells one.
Oh,
Which of the
okay,
following describes
cool.
an effect of this subsidy?
Oh, yeah, I answered A for this one, didn't I? Yeah, this one I was confused. I didn't really understand what I was asking because the subsidy was that they would be able to keep their prices lower. Like they didn't have to spend extra money to capture heavy metals. I mean, was it, hold on. Was it the manufacturing process would be more environmentally
more environmentally friendly.
What? What? I mean, I guess that is part of the process. Like, I feel like the fact, I mean, because in my head it was like, oh, well, they're still producing the same number of heavy metals. They're just capturing it afterwards. So in my head, it felt like, not that, well, I guess maybe the overall process, but the fact that the production of heavy metals was still going to be there, but there's a bigger Band-Aid is what I was thinking. So I guess, yeah, the overall process, in the end, there's not as many heavy metals in the environment. But yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, this is the most like SAT, LSAT type of like, which one's the most correct answer type of question that was on here.
Yeah. All right, continuing on. What was the other one?
The next one after that, The Federalist number 10, written by James
Oh,
Madison.
jeez. This one was tough, too. What? So I said A, protect the sovereignty of states. What was
And
it?
that's what I have is A.
Huh? Wait. No, I answered A for this one.
Yeah, I don't know why the I think the formula in the Excel is wrong because it's showing up as false.
Oh, what the?
So that one you did get right then.
Uh-oh. Maybe I didn't pass my Excel exam. Hold on. What question is this one?
Number 8.
Number 8 is I answered A. And you said social studies, it's A? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
correct
let's
answer's A.
manually change it to true.
If only we could do that on a real exam. So there you go. You got over 70.
No, because it's still correct. So I never had a 66. I had a 75.
Yes.
So, Professor, may I request a new audio bite of you saying that I got this?
Course.
Wait, no, I need to get the Professor Shiny image up because that's part of the immersion. Also, part of the immersion is you saying out loud for the audience here today that I got a 75 on this part of the exam.
Crew. It's so cute.
Okay, hold on. It's great work today. Okay, we were saying Professor Shiny.
Yeah, so thank you. So in social studies, our first section here, our first subject, there were 12 questions and you happened to get 9 of them correct for a total percentage of 75.
Woohoo! Passing! Yahoo! Anyway, continuing on. I'm not going to look at the other one. What was our next subject and our
So the
percentage?
next subject was math. So for math, there was a full 15 questions for this one.
Crazy.
And you achieved 13 out of 15 correct for a total of 86.7%.
86.7%. Let's go. Can I ask which 2 were the ones that I got wrong?
Of course. So the
Was the
first
circle?
one was
The sphere.
was 3, which was the inequality for x.
Of course.
That one you said C, and the correct answer was D.
Is the inequality one? Oh, it's because I did like the two sides thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then the peanut one that I got right?
So which one?
The
one
with
peanut
peanut?
one you got correct. Yes,
Yeah, I think
B.
at that point I was like, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it. And then I should have gone back and fixed it once I understood it.
I'm just now realizing on your answer sheet for 11, you said IDK.
For the one for 11? Is that the one I got wrong?
No, you actually reasoned that one out very well.
Oh, that's
and got
right.
it correct.
Oh, when I take out the negatives, I have to flip the sign. I forgot. I remember that being a thing. Goodness gracious. It's okay. Tiny thing, honestly. Like, I feel like overall I understood what I was supposed to do, and then it was just like a tiny thing I forgot. Not that it's tiny because I ended up getting it wrong, but I think conceptually I understood what had to happen. Okay, and then I got the sphere one wrong.
No, you got that one correct.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You reasoned that one out very well, and it led you to the right answer.
What?
Yeah.
No way. That's crazy.
Yeah way.
So then which one did I get wrong?
The one after that for the portfolio question.
No. Oh. Okay, what was the answer?
So you answered C, and the correct answer was B.
I feel like that's what my original idea was, and then I thought I reasoned it out. Did I change my answer? I don't know. That one was tough. So I think I changed my answer there, though. Oh, well, I got an 86, and that's what matters. Continuing on.
You did. Well, I distinctly remember you saying, oh, it can't be A or C because they're too low, so it has to be either B or D. I was surprised you put C down.
I should have believed in myself. See, guys, you should believe in yourself. That's what happens when you don't believe in yourself. Okay, anyway, continuing on.
Our third subject was RLA, Reading Language Arts. There were 15 questions in this one as well. And of those 15, you got a perfect 100. 15 out of 15.
Yeah, that'll balance things out for sure. For sure, and 7 years ago. Let's do this. Whew, okay, wow. Okay, last one.
Last subject was science.
Let's go science.
There were 11 questions total.
I'm begging.
And of those 11,
yes,
you again did not miss a single one. That is 100% in science as well.
She's a science girly and a reading girly. What can I say? Oh my gosh. So I guess then that begs the question, what is the final full score?
Okay, so the final full score...
Oh, wait, also, did I get the... Wait, we'll find out about the extra credit after the full score. So let's get the full score without extra credit.
So here's the full score without extra credit. I believe there were 53, if my math is correct.
Wait. First of all, what do I get from extra credit?
You just get like a question that you would have got wrong is right.
Wait, so can I get a question that has a bigger percentage worth?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Why not?
Okay. Okay, continue on.
All right, so 53 questions excluding the extra credit. Of those, you got 48 of them correct, which I believe brings, I'm gonna have to do this manually because I
didn't put a formula in for you. Sorry.
No, you're all good.
So this is actually your part of the exam, Shiny.
Yes,
you get to
average correctly.
Yep.
Okay, plus 2 100s, marvelous. Divided by 4.
Let's go.
All right, well, first of all, so what overall grade are you hoping for? Kind of knowing how you did.
Are you asking me for like mental maths? At least an 80. At least an 80.
Okay. So I think you'll be pretty pleased with yourself. Your overall score, your percentage with the weighted sections is a 90.4.
Did you weigh them? Are they weighted, the sections?
Well, yeah. So yes, they're weighted. So they're the 12 to 15, the 15 and 11.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, so 90.4.
Awesome. Yeah, I got an A! Barely, but I got an A! Oh, that feels so good. And then did I get the extra credit right?
So the extra credit question, again, that was as a reminder to folks, as of today, how many days has it been since Rita last streamed Wuthering Waves? And your answer was, what was it? C?
391. No, 391. Because I was like, it has to be one of the 300s.
Oh, you wrote down C, it looks like.
Did
But
I
either
write down
way,
C?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Wait.
Regardless-
Now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. I feel like maybe I switched my answers. Oh no. You have to go with what I put down because that's how it is. Yeah, I can't change my Scantron.
So to get your full standing, you put down C, but you intended to go with B?
Yeah, but that's how it is. That's what I put in the Scantron. I can't, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, unfortunately, it would not have mattered either way because the correct answer was D.
What?
508 days. I believe it was May of 2024.
Oh my
that
gosh.
Rita last streamed Wuthering Waves.
I should have like streamed it yesterday so I could invalidate that question.
No, it has been confirmed. We have the receipt saying it is your off-stream
not
game.
the receipts. Oh my gosh. But honestly, 90% with like no preparation at all whatsoever. And I was a little eepy. I think I did pretty good.
I
Truth be
intentionally
told.
put down the longest day as the correct answer and made shorter amounts of days the other answers.
Oh! Oh my gosh. But yay! I feel like I did good. I feel like I did a good job. What were your thoughts overall, Professor Shiny?
I'm very impressed, mostly with your test-taking ability, because a lot of this was
Really?
kind of reason-based, even though there was loosely a subject around it. But some of them you were like, I think you predicted all of them correctly of being like, oh, but it can't be 3 A's in a row or 3 C's in a row. And you like kept yourself straight on that, and it worked because you were right on most of them.
Did you have any favorite moments?
Oh, I had a ton. There was one in, I think, the science section where you were so excited or had so many thoughts around what you were going to say that you like choked yourself up. You're like, and you kept going based on that. That and the video view one where you were like 100 views. I hope we do better than that. Why are we even uploading the video?
Oh my gosh, speaking of the video views and the channel, how far away am I from 50K subscribers on YouTube?
That's a great question. I know it's
That's
less
a
than
great
100.
question. Yep, it is indeed less than 100. 60 people away, 60 subscribers away. So if you stumbled upon this stream today and you're not subscribed, or maybe you've stumbled upon a few of my streams and you haven't subscribed yet, it'd really help the channel out if you click that subscribe button. Yeah. I really do want to, I know this is a question on a lot of people's minds. Am I going to return to Persona? I really want to stream more Persona. I ended up being the case where it's like there's a bunch of games that I want to play. There's always a bunch of games that I want to play. And then I just end up playing the ones that I feel have more interest, right? Because it just makes sense. There's so many things I want to play. I feel like that's the best way for me to decide. So, if you want to see more Persona 5 Royal, tell me in the comments. But go watch a Persona VOD and comment below what happens in the rest of Futaba's palace. You know what I mean? That's just the best way for me to gauge your interest. Yeah. Yeah, the backlog is unfortunately always full. So, yeah, let me know. But yeah, oh my gosh, my brain is so tired after this. And I still have to do homework after this. I have piano homework. I have piano due at 11:59, you know what I mean?
Oh, bless your heart.
I know, and I still have to record, and I still have to rehearse for my vocal lesson. But so, I guess now is a good time to say thank you all so much for tuning in. My schedule is not ready yet, but we'll have our Xenoblade on Friday. We'll also have a stream Sunday night, and then I think we'll have a short stream on Tuesday night as well. But aside from that, I think that's all we have for today. Shiny, is there anything else you wanted to share with folks before we wrap up?
Of course. Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching as Rita wraps up her stream. Don't forget to check out her plushie over on Craftify.
Yeah.
There's less than 5 days.
Yeah.
Go get one picked up and have the funding goal. Remember, if you already have a plushie, you can get the clothes for her 3.0 outfit separately. So you can pick those up or get the 2.0 and 3.0 or just 3.0 and add it to your collection. Otherwise, Rita is less than 100 subs away from 50K. And I know she would love to celebrate and hit that milestone. So please subscribe and tell a friend and go follow her on Twitch if you have not already. I had a ton of fun with this stream, putting it together. And this was part of her birthday donathon. So if you have not already checked out the VOD for her birthday donathon weekend, please go do so. But stay tuned to her socials for her schedule for the coming week. And thank you so much for watching as always.
Yeah, and I get an extra shout out to you as well for helping me put together these slides so I don't see the
07.
answers and stuff. All right, we'll be seeing you as always. I am the idol to give you the wings to fly. Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro of Lucid Multimedia at your service. Bye! If friendly reminder, my schedule's not out yet, but if you want to see that, you can check out my YouTube community in a bit, maybe tomorrow, and then I'll also post it on Twitter. Hopefully, I remember. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and please enjoy wherever you end up with the raid. Bye. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do a quick another ending screen here, but I apologize for the jump scare. I can't find a good raid target. I was like, do I raid into just chatting or do I raid into Persona? I don't know. I'm indecisive, so wherever you end up, I hope you have a wonderful day.